Oops.
I disconnected my phone.
Hello.
I could do that.
Welcome to
Do that now.
Runtime Initiative. We're going to be playing some Mihraen tonight.
When it rains, it pours.
It's madrizzling today.
It's much drizzling.
It's Misagi outside.
All right. So last session, we spent like 3.5 hours in real time, passing maybe as many in game.
See everyone's faces. Except for Lenny's.
Mystery.
Overcast.
So what did we do last session?
No. That's fine. That sums up my...
Stefan tried to do the fighter level counterspell, which is no and step in his way.
Well, let's see. Reese went to talk to people and got so much information.
Reese had a day.
And a box.
Common
Went to see Common.
Yep.
didn't know anything.
You know, had a little bit of information about the town, and then I went on my way with a box of Jordan's office supplies because I think he's fired. But
Right,
no,
I gotta let go from Pixar.
But yeah.
Common said, just clean out your desk.
Yeah. So 0 for 1. Then went to.
You got a bunch of stuff. I don't know that that's 0 for 1.
Fair. I did also. I stopped by my
Negative
own
1 for
apartment
1.
and swapped out. So now I have a ranged weapon in my
I'm
possession, which
I'm
is
now more
important.
encumbered.
Yeah.
What's
Tried to go see Cinder because she also seemed like maybe she knew something, and then also that was where Canilla was. So went to go see her, and nobody was home.
And it turns out she did know something.
It's very true. I tried to talk to my sword fragment, and again nobody was home. And so then I punched the guy who runs the town.
No. Stab.
No.
Gently
Stab.
stab.
Gently.
You gave him flashed.
It was a natural 20.
I
and so
protest
it was
and-
with the intent of it being a paper cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Could
was.
happen to anybody.
And naturally, the dude was.
Oh no!
Daddy, he stabbed me.
You
Hodrick got very upset.
Yeah.
Very, very
Indeed.
Hodrick
I think we did a
is
perfect impression.
a corrupt
Yeah.
politician.
No, I think that's the voice I use.
So politician. Oh, sorry.
No,
Nice.
incredible range on your part for it to go from his snooty voice to oh no!
Oh my god!
Small world.
How heavens me!
We talked to Cinder.
Crazy.
Crazy.
And
I saw
Vanilla.
flying wheelchair.
I saw something flying away from Cinder's house, completely unrelated.
Yeah, unrelated.
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 Yep.
We opened the war book.
Yep.
Out of
We
town.
have not closed it yet.
It's
We
true.
have not. We paused reading from the lore book that
Yep.
was Cinder. I took
Sister
away
Cinder.
the
The
doll
doll.
from him. He got very upset,
Yep.
and then I gave it back. Canilla got a kick out of that. I
Wow,
definitely,
I
I
just
know.
like.
Well, I was gonna say, I definitely insulted Canilla
Yeah,
in some
no.
capacity, as Zeke do, just by speaking things as they are with no tact.
Yeah, it's good. The Canilla Z combo, one of my favorites.
It's good stuff.
Ship them.
Ship 'em.
Shut it all away. All the way to Bantour.
I mean, if she'll fly it.
I will go.
I imagine her sort of like carrying you like bridal style and just like floating up in the
Exactly
chair.
what I need.
Plus we
They
do.
told us quite a bit. We learned about the fact that Cinder is actually a doll, which is that ancient race of people.
D-A-L, not
H.
D-O. No.
D-A-H-L. Yeah.
Doll.
D-A-L.
Just DAL.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Not rolled
I
doll.
took good notes.
I took bad notes.
Zeke thinks there's an H.
Oh,
You
boy.
think
That
Zeke
seems
cares
about
the
right.
Spelling?
Some of the Dalai Lama.
Why did I write that one phonetically?
I think they look like llamas.
And then Drela, I wrote as is.
As is.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So magic equals Drayla.
Yep.
Um,
And soul.
Spirit.
and yeah, that stuff.
Charisma.
Everything weird talking to us is
Mechanically.
probably a doll slash
That stored their essence
yeah,
into
all
an
the
item.
magic things.
The thrice forged blade fragment was stuck into the cat
Yep.
and was
Stuck
pulled
no
out.
mas.
Yes, and it was used to seal the cat.
Right.
But when they needed
Lest
to use the
make
cat's
you sleep.
power,
He vanished.
what? They pulled it out,
Well played.
God,
and he picked up Jordan and Tori.
But I
Guys,
think
come
he
on,
could
trip
save the
with
world.
And then we found out that life and death have the other fragments
Yeah.
wedged in them to
Right.
seal them,
Totally fine to pull them out.
Right.
and we
It's fine.
will pull them out
We will.
today.
Yeah.
Next time on Dragon
Well,
Ball
it's just
Z.
where's the map again?
It's right there. It's a straight shot.
Straight shot.
It's like 4 inches. I
It's a
just
straight
hop
shot.
over the lake and I'm there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hop over the lake. 2 steps to get over the mountain range, and then we're there.
Just go
Exactly.
It's
through
not.
the mountain.
It's not even worth
Right.
mentioning. It's not even an inconvenience. It's
No,
It's
it's
a
just
straight
Oh.
shot.
a
Oh.
nice view.
I just remembered the other failure of Reese's. He went to dig 4
Wow.
Yeah.
it's true.
I just remembered the other failure of Reese.
Let me remind
It's
you.
it's really it's the seed.
He wanted to trade a book for a coin, and that coin is just
It's
Gone
Gone.
forever.
No one knows where Dave
Bad.
Fortan's coin is. Zeke's coin is doing great.
But that's not Dave Fortan's coin in Zeke's possession. That's just Zeke's coin.
You mean that cool
that
lucky
is
coin that
Zeke's
you found?
understanding of the
Yeah, he's just
situation.
There.
flipping
Yeah,
the coin
Zeke
as he's
found a
talking to
cool-looking
Cinder and
coin.
Camilla.
Have you considered selling copies of it?
Oh man.
And nothing bad happened with Reese.
Nothing. I haven't been hurt at all.
Or, Trent.
But after
Nothing nothing happened at all with Trent until the end. And he said,
Yeah.
then we had a confrontation and didn't go well. Well, it went well, but it didn't go well.
it went away.
So,
It went in a direction.
Reese and Drent ambushed Hodrick.
He ambushed us. We
Lucille.
were actually
It's
standing
true.
there.
We were just trying to break into his house,
Yeah.
and he rudely interrupted us.
I don't think you were trying
We
to
weren't.
break
No,
into
no, no.
his house.
We
Yeah,
went-
no,
we
well,
knocked.
he thinks who knows.
That's true.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
We knocked on the front door,
We-
and nobody was home.
He thinks he's
And
about
then
to
they
lose his
got home.
arm from that huge paper cut.
So there was some
That was
stabbing.
expertly done, by the way. Well,
Beautiful.
Gentle,
Beautiful.
incredibly gentle stabbing.
Oh, and that does
Um,
bring us to the point that
Incredibly gentle
he is
stabbing.
just a prick.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yes.
A jerk.
So
Which
yeah,
was
no.
a suspicion.
Which is, ironically, also how Reese
Determined.
stabbed him.
Yep.
Yeah.
A prick for a prick.
It takes one to know one.
A prick's
Indeed.
prick.
And, you know, Lucille's kind of like, oh, these people are going to try and murder me, so she's running away.
Well,
Wow.
She
Hodrick
was
told her to run.
directed to do something by Hodrick,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then she took off.
Which is
And
her
then
husband.
Drent also took off,
Yeah.
but this was after I believe, well, you're here stopping us from getting into our home, and I believe Drent was like, I'm not, and then Reese was like, I am. And then some running. One gentle stab later, we have firmly established
One
that
whistle
Hodrick
blown with
is
all the guards.
just an
Right.
asshole.
Yeah.
And then
He's a
a
rat.
whistle was blown,
Just one of
and
those.
that's where we are.
It's a little piccolo.
I thought you were doing like a turkey call.
And Tully is sitting down to a nice cup of tea at home, kicking her feet up and just being,
It's a good thing I had this sunroof so I could see a firework if it went off.
And then whistles in the
I
background.
really accomplished a nice hard day's work. I really earned this.
She's like, I spread the word to the other moms to be careful. I passed.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we got some bomb ass rumors going around town.
Yeah.
Borderline started a riot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Back-
start a
Let's
riot.
The riot will come. The riot
Riot.
will come.
The riot just started.
2-man riot.
Yep.
1-man riot, actually.
I mean, how many do you need?
There's probably some
That's a
sort
legal
of definition.
definition.
I'm sure there is a definition.
And while there's less than 6, it's just a kerfuffle.
Right.
Then it becomes a riot when it's 6 or more.
What's the difference between a kerfuffle and
All
a
right,
brouhaha?
so,
Ooh.
well, you need beer for a brouhaha. So, there's a few things going on between the 3 different, now 4 different locations.
Y'all really need to split up.
Just wait for the fireworks.
My calling is in the tavern called
I must see the baleen wall. Find the nearest ship.
Something has stirred deep inside me, a sense of purpose. I must see this wall with my own eyes, and I'll swim to it.
But in the opposite direction of the ship that Reese is boarding.
Seems like they got it figured out over there.
That's really good. Just for kicks, all the other named characters are going to different locations on the map, and then the next few sessions are just going to be little cameos of watching them do their thing.
If I steal her wheelchair, I can
Actually,
fly.
we're turning this into a 5 days a week stream where each day is a different person.
There we go.
Possession of more items.
That reminds me of the
We can do it.
By the 7th day, I'm just in tears on the stream.
the Matt Colville Lord of the Rings explanation.
You get a weekend off.
Nothing.
HP. Show me your sheet. Present it.
I think we're deciding if we're gonna go full nuke on stealing the wheelchair.
We were just entertaining the idea of how many magic items we could have if we beat them in a 2v2.
She's got a
I've been practicing
Challenge them.
with-
Challenge him to
with,
cornhole.
League of Legends new
Challenge
arena game
them to
mode.
cornhole.
Your wheel- Your wheelchair for the.
13! There's 2 numbers and both are below 5.
We're fine. We're fine. I look at how many I got. All of these.
There's
All of
two
them.
numbers in both of them.
I'm just gonna be
1 and a 3
For what?
is
My health.
HP.
Oh.
just gonna. Well,
And they're not in the optimal order.
To be fair, when my health is maxed, it is also true.
Ooh, nice, a 2.
But they're also not in the optimal
There you go,
order.
Great.
You can certainly fight them.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could.
Canelo won't stand for it.
I discourage Jordan given the fact that
Jordan's really trying to edge out whatever streaming audience we might have.
Look, this
We were polling very well in the wheelchair-bound
That's
crowd
why-
until today.
Until
until
today.
today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was our prime viewing.
How is the
Viewing
stream doing?
section.
Do we need to switch over?
no, we're doing
It's
okay.
it's red, so honestly, probably no one heard.
Listen, it's
Calculated.
been worse.
True, and more importantly, it's recording.
True.
So it'll look
It
good
is recording.
later. When you're watching this and it looks great,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Know that it didn't always.
Were you talking to yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright,
Future
well,
Kevin.
Thanks, me.
When you're watching
Shall we,
this and it
Alright.
looks great, know that you also look
13
great.
HP's
Shall we face the consequences of our actions?
No.
Consequence.
I don't want that.
Okay.
Good question.
So-
Has Canelo leveled up while in coma?
Feel free to
Just a number of dogs with
I don't know. Yeah, we'll try to bounce around scenes as much as we can today. We'll try to make sure that Erica contributes today.
Having a great time.
But you had
Sitting back watching the chaos.
you had a healthy amount of
I
the
did.
session before.
Yeah.
Should we?
Reese and I traded.
Yeah.
Man, I'm
Barbarians.
gonna give you guys like a plus one
Barbarians
bonus to your
roll.
proficiency if you just like go through the session with a rope tied around you. That way, I just don't have to deal with this whole party anymore.
Should we start with the few lore questions, since I think there will be a bit more high.
I
speeds
I
than-
actually want to start. Well,
because it would make sense narratively for us to talk if there's a chance of a firework going off. It might make sense for us to be talking and for our conversation to potentially end with the firework.
We can keep it to like 3 or 4.
We have 3. I
It's
think
three
we have
now.
a short 3.
Yeah.
okay. If you guys have 3,
I don't. It is.
It's 3. I got 3.
I will say 3, maybe 5.
Maybe 5.
Screw it. There's 12. Let's do this.
Boy, oh boy, is this the second time I heard someone try to get scope creep in today.
We alter the deal.
We have 3 questions.
3, maybe 5. Like,
Pray we
no
alter
more
it
than
further.
12. Definitely no more than 12.
I don't think we have more. There might be one.
So exactly what time increment do these questions each take? I need you to
Unknown.
firmly commit to these points.
Not firmly commit. I just need a rough estimate of size. Give me like a 1, 3, 5,
Well, one of
8,
them's an epic
13.
that might require further.
We break that one down.
Is
into
Is that
smaller
spelled
stories.
EPOCH epic?
But you don't. Well, you don't know how many points it's going to be yet. So
I'm
isn't
just
that a
saying,
spike?
the first
to see how
question
big it's gonna be?
absolutely could result in a follow-up question.
Wait, aren't
That's
these
So-
all spikes?
That's it. That's why I said 3
to
to
5.
5.
So
because there might
let's
be
start
one
with
follow-up.
Reese.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's start with Reese. I have a rough idea of a nice way to play things out, and it won't go that way at all. So we'll start with Reese.
Let's see how off the rails this is
So
going.
I believe you wanted to start in the aftermath of you having grabbed Hodrick's arm as Drent runs after Lucille. You grab his arm, turn it over, and come down with this blade, and just ever so lightly, as a trickle of blood, just a couple drops come down his arm, and he freaks out, pulls away, reaches for his whistle, and blows the whistle.
Huh. So you are just an asshole after all.
What?
Tell me, what could possibly persuade a father to give away his child?
He, as he's talking to you, he's like clutching his arm.
All right, Draco Malfoy.
Drama queen.
Or better yet, Ambrose.
How dare you talk to me about the way I raise my daughter?
Yeah, I'm gonna clock him. Just one good.
Yes!
I'm going to. Yeah, this is just fisticuffs. I would just want to sock him and knock him out cold.
Fist to the head?
Yep.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
This way he can't point to which way I've gone.
So actually, before
Sure.
you do that, I will say. So he blew the whistle,
Yep.
and you do hear noise.
There's
and
hustle and
people,
bustle and commotion.
Yeah.
I'm
People
real fine
are-
with him
are-
finding an unconscious person.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
Tully's just
I
rooting
imagine
you on.
the amount of time to have that exchange is mere seconds.
Come on.
Am I proficient with my own fists? I
I
don't
think
remember if it's a
everybody
thing.
is always proficient with their
I
fists.
think you are, but I think you get it's like 1+ strength is the damage on
Which
fist.
might not be enough to knock him out. But you would take more than once.
Bounce his head off the sidewalk.
Action super. I mean, you do get multiple attacks.
I'm a monk now.
I do get multiple attacks now.
Yeah.
So 15 for the first punch.
15's gonna hit.
He's a squishy politician.
Yeah,
boy.
roll the d20.
No, it's
He's not wearing armor.
6 damage.
Sure. 6 damage. He's still up.
Smack him. 6 more.
Damage.
Oh, 6 more points of damage.
Yep.
So yeah, with 6 points of damage, and he crumbles to the ground.
Nice.
Yes!
Thank
and-
goodness that needed to be done.
One of them unconscious. I don't want him dead.
Yep.
Hopefully that was doable.
Yeah. With especially with you just punching him, like there's no risk of him dying if you're not trying to make it.
There is for me. If I punch her, there's a risk he just dies.
So as he falls, he drops. He sort of lands on his arm, and as his like hand shifts, it sort of like trails some blood. So he has just a little bit of blood like along his arm and on his hand.
And I will leave. What direction did Drent and Lucille run off in?
Lucille,
Relative to the direction of Tully's home.
It's on the way.
Are they running in that direction already? I don't want to run in the same direction as them.
they are running.
Guessing west.
It's sort of the same direction. She's running towards the center of town, and you're on the east side. Tully's on the west side. So they're running. They ran west, or Lucille took off west. So to go to Tully's house, it's mostly west, but you can also book it south. I will say, give me a perception check as you go to run.
The cool thing about him knocking Hodrick out is Hodrick blew the whistle, but nobody knows why.
Yes.
So if you're running away, you can be like, something's happening.
So
somebody knocked out. I heard the whistle.
You're chasing them. You're chasing the person.
Oh my god.
You should just grab his body and be like, or his, unconscious, whatever. And just be like, they're attacking. Get him! I'm saving Hodrick. Get him!
They stabbed him very gently. It's definitely in no way actually dangerous to his well-being.
Someone beat him up, and also it looks like he was doing paperwork and cut his arm on some paper.
Dalen did it.
From Dalen.
He wants his daughter back.
Dalen. Which Dalen? The one that's in the chair?
Oh my god. Okay. I would head
That's with Tully's key witness.
So you hear a little bit of shuffle, all like in various directions around town. The two closest directions are would be north would be actually east and west. Are the two directions where it sounds like guards are or people are rushing here closer from.
Cool. Then I will take the south loop around town to go to Tully's.
Sure.
And yeah, so like obviously I'll hustle away from the immediate scene.
Action, sir.
And then when I get out of eye and earshot of the immediate happening, I will just walk at a steady pace and try and get back to Tully's.
Give me a stealth check for the initial run.
10.
10. Okay. It's not
Not quite
a super
better.
quiet getaway, but you're quick.
I'm just hoping that I'm like out of there soon enough that the fact that I just did this just,
You sprint 30 feet and then walk. You get to the end of the alley. Like, I'm not doing anything.
And you don't hear any of the initial sort of rushes of people follow after you. Mm-hmm. It seems like they got to wherever they were going, and you hear them talking. You hear them sort of a frustrated uproar over there, but you don't hear them following after you. And then give me there's no one following you, so you're able to just sort of begin walking and take that south loop. So it'll take you a little while to make it over to Tully's, making sure to...
and conveniently indeterminate amount of time.
Yeah. All right. And so with that, let's go over to Drent. As you run after Lucille, she got a bit of a head start on you, but you're pretty quick, and you can catch up with her before she really makes it into any, like, back onto any major streets or over to wherever it seems like she's going.
Did you hear a whistle at some point in your run?
Okay. I'm gonna like do like a stage whisper sort of thing, just like, Lucille, we have to talk, Lucille.
She keeps going until and sort of cuts around a couple corners, and after she does that, she kind of weaves an S, but you're able to follow her pretty easily. She finally sort of slows to a walk and just like takes the last couple steps that look tired, and just slowly comes to a stop.
Oh, I don't want to ruin the moment. Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? No, I think the real question is...
He said,
I didn't know I was a wizard!
Plot reveal.
Magic is real.
See, I don't know how much time we have, but I just have to hear it from you. Did you want Lily to go with kindness? Was that Hodrick's idea? What the hell happened?
She turns around and she just like, there are tears in her eyes. She just looks exhausted and she says, Hodrick insisted that we send Lily off with Halsef.
And you fought him on it.
told him I didn't want to. I told him we shouldn't. I don't know if he thinks that Halsef is actually a kind man. I don't know if whatever's going on with the hearers was affecting him at all. I don't know why he wanted to send Lily off with them. But he insisted, and he wouldn't listen.
That I understand. All right. At this point, I just assuming that we're not in the middle of a big street or something.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hug her.
Yeah. She as she ran, as you stand and look around, it's clear that she went off the main thoroughfares of the town into more of a tucked away alley, specifically out of line of sight of any guards that might be running this way, and out of sight of Hodrick.
Okay. What did Hodrick ask you to do? Just run and get help?
He just said to run.
Oh, okay.
I do think he was just afraid of what you and Reese were going to do.
Reese's that dagger thing he was holding. If the hearers have some influence on you, it'll get rid of it. I know it looked bad, but
it was
Hodrick will be fine.
And the two of you loaded down with weapons and waiting outside our house. Hodrick he's become more angry in the last couple of days. He's been shorter with me, less patient, less willing to listen.
Did you read my letter?
The letter? Yes. Yes. Right. I read it.
Has he been like that since you read it?
Oh, I don't know if he read it.
He made it seem like he'd read it. All right, so there's a lot going on. I don't know.
Do you know where Lily is?
If we can get Lily back, are you going to take her back to Hodrick, wait for him to do that again, and use her as some political bargaining chip? Or do you want to get away from him? Because I don't trust him with Lily anymore. That's the thing he's going to do.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, fuck me.
In this moment, we should have voted for Trent.
I have to roll a d20 in D&D. No.
Yeah.
That's a 2 total.
It wasn't in the thing though.
So -1 and then -2 of my from my being exhausted.
Petition for advantage.
It didn't get rolled inside the tray for some reason.
As I rolled it, I'm like, why did I do that? I always roll in the tray. I regretted it.
And you got punished.
I did.
What else would you have me do, Trent? She's his child just as much as mine.
I know, but if he's just gonna send her away, then you won't have a chance to be her mother either.
I know.
I have family. You know this, but I have family in Bantor. You could take her there until we figure something out.
I can't. With from what I've seen, with the sway that Hodrick holds with the Serge art,
Not Bantor.
I can't go to Bantor.
Then we'll find somewhere else. But I don't want to bring Lily back and then find out that it just happens all over again. He's in with these hearers. They're bad news.
Sorry, I'm trying to think of...
No.
So she's still with Halsef then?
I know where she is. If I need to get her back, I can get her. But if I don't feel right about bringing her back to Kindest, or to Hodrick.
But Reese would have cut him with the blade?
Yeah, but based on what I heard as I was running away, he's not influenced. He's just... There was nothing for it to work on. I think he just wants clout. I think he just wants power.
Maybe it just didn't work on him, though.
I'd like to believe that, but I don't. I can't guarantee one way or the other. If, and if it turns out we're wrong and he renounces the hearers of the word, then everything can go back to normal. But I would love that. Because as it stands, I don't think I'm going to be allowed back in the city.
No, I don't know that he would want you back in, but
yeah.
There's always... He can't be everywhere.
Well, yeah, but what, am I supposed to live here in secret? He'll find me eventually. And he's only getting more powerful with the Serchearch. He's going to have more sway.
And what would you do? Go to Bantur?
Well, if he has as much
live
power
away
as...
from me, away from Lily?
It's the last thing I want. I did all this so that you and Lily could live free from the hearers. And I was we were partially successful. But it's not over yet, not with what Hodrick's doing. I don't want to live away from you, but if it's between that and protecting you, then that's what I'll have to do.
Do you have Lily here?
She's in the city.
Can I see her? Please.
Yeah.
Took my daughter. I just want to
Make a persuasion check.
Wow, the turn tables!
Natural 20,
Trent
wow.
says to her face, make a persuasion check.
Jordan peeks in the side of the frame.
Mechanically.
Peeks inside her frame and yells, mechanically.
You have to.
You have to roll the die.
I start looking like I'm going to say no, and then I just look at her and just yeah, you can see her.
Thank you.
But she cannot go back to Hodrick. I know. Thank you. Let's see what I trusted him all these years, and it wasn't my favorite situation, but it was tenable. But if he's going to just trade her away like she's nothing, what kind of father does that?
It's an excellent question. Somebody should ask Hodrick that.
I'll look at her and let her just process what I said, and then just turn and go, all right, come on.
Yeah. Once you agree to take her to Lily, she's just excited to follow along. And
the whole time there, I'm like, this is a fucking mistake.
Crazy.
By the way, I will make a stop and pick up some fish scales.
I'd like to stop off and purchase a mirror and some
caltrops.
She's like, oh, I have those in my pocket.
Oh, perfect, awesome.
Ow, ow, ow.
I thought you might want these, so I grabbed your scale.
You know I always carried 20 caltrops on me. You do.
Ever since the good old days.
There will always be caltrops.
Between us, always.
That's why you can't be together. It hurts.
Difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain.
Emotional damage.
All right. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Let's all roll. He didn't say who.
Sure.
13.
1.
8.
Was it actually? I was like, it only gets awkward if one of you rolls a 1. Sorry, say again.
13.
13. You hear enough of the sort of traffic coming in from the north there, or from the west over to Lucille and Hodrick's house that were sort of called there from the whistling. You hear some more commotion going on throughout town, but it's enough for you to be able to avoid avoid the paths of the folks that are of the guards and different individuals that would be going to Lucille and Hodrick's, following after the whistle. And with that also, you do hear something else over the ruckus that is going on throughout the city. It sounds like in the distance a flapping of wings.
A gunshot rings out from near the pea shed.
Wait. The wheelchair didn't have any wings, right? It just floated, right? Did it have wings?
You don't.
Okay.
For the shape that you saw.
Yeah, did that have wings?
Through the sky earlier, you didn't see any wings. You didn't see sort of the motion of flapping.
Do I have any idea what it could be? What would be winged? Okay, well, that's the most terrifying thing I'm worried about now. What the fuck? Okay.
I mean, there are things with wings in the world.
But have any of them ever flown over Corette? Have any of them ever flown over Corette?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have an idea of what could be.
Yeah. I mean, there's any number of. I guess you don't know specifically what it might be, but like there are various like creatures that have wings and that have flown over Corette. I mean, it's
have
just,
they attacked Corette, or are they just?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boulder. It's a rock. It's a rock.
It's certainly not unheard of for Corette to be attacked by things out of the sky.
Based on like the frequency of the wing flaps, are we talking multiple creatures, one big creature? Like, does it go?
You can't tell from what you hear.
It's definitely. Don't worry, guys. It's just a pigeon.
Perfect unison.
It's probably just a dragon.
You know it's big enough that it's not a
bird.
A bird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless it is.
Really?
It's at least like a giant hawk or
It's
something.
distinct enough that you've taken notice, right? It's not a bat that is buzzed by your ear or something like that.
Sure. Okay.
So we have 5 more ghost units. There's something flying this way. Don't
Are
worry
we
about
unifying
it right
into
now.
2 separate parties right now? Is that what's happening?
We'll see.
Before we get too
Or
far as
4?
well, I'm
We'll
going
see.
to give Lucille temporarily, well, and hopefully temporarily, her scarf back and tell her just like cover up her hair so that people don't know where she went.
Okay.
Cover up your hair. It's really humid outside. It looks terrible right now. It really freaks stuff.
I'll just explain that like, look, I stashed
Horrible.
Lily with
You'd be embarrassed.
the Tosscobbles for now, and I don't want them getting in trouble for just keeping her safe.
All right. Sure. Tie her hair back.
Abandon.
She also she's wearing this like sort of nice jacket that she'll pull off, and she flips it inside out, and it's just sort of a more mundane interior to it.
Why did you take levels in road? That's crazy.
Some levels in a commoner.
I mean, where do you think Lily got all her skills? From your rogue levels?
I have positive stealth.
I have positive stealth.
That sure is a skill he can try to use.
I'm allowed to roll a d20 and call it a stealth.
Even after the massive exhaustion, it's still possible.
There are people less quiet than me.
Stories
I'm basically an expert, all right?
There are legends.
There's this guy Jordan with a bunch of
Well, I mean, I'll take my gun out and just like keep an eye in the sky,
Sure.
leading the way.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Do
get
what
it.
I can. Try and stay out of sight.
Sure. We'll go back to you guys and do a few questions with you.
Sick.
Yes.
More fireworks yet?
Jordan.
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
Jordan added a fourth. I told you it was 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Because I knew he would do it.
It's probably only going to be
Nope, it's gonna be 5. The
It's
first
gonna be
question
5.
will
It's
result
gonna
in
at
the
least
second
one of
question.
these.
So,
Okay, second
so
question, yeah.
I will say this from a sort of storytelling and like mechanical perspective is front load your questions because I'll probably take a few and then we'll scene change back and there may be things that
Are different.
interrupt
There is
interrupt the
something
conversation.
flying.
All right, I'm not feeling firework.
The most important
I'm not feeling
thing,
firework yet.
in terms of logical order of where we left off this conversation, it's the last one you just wrote.
This guy-
Even though
yeah,
I'm more interested in the first
all
one.
Agreed. Where would you start if you were gonna unleash life and death?
I thought you were asking me as the DM, like, where would you start? And I'm like,
I don't even know your question.
you've been over here this whole time, and that's where you're starting. It's like, hey, DM, what should I be asking?
Roll
Do me a solid.
Roll a d6, and we'll determine what question we'll ask.
And how does that make you feel? Oh, wait, that was a follow-up. Oh, shoot.
But yeah, so Jordan asks Cinder.
Yeah, where would you start if you were trying to unbind
Did you
the other two?
just want to ask all of the questions? Is that what you meant by front loading, or
No.
Oh,
Important
I
ones
see.
first.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Tiamat's.
Know that you might not get
Everything.
everything.
Well, realistically speaking, if like a dragon attacks the town, the safest place for Cinder and Camilla is being outside
you
of
are
town
correct.
where they are currently.
You are correct.
What's great
Unless you use
is that all the buildings here are made of stone.
She is
So
the
they couldn't
100%
possibly
is there.
burn.
I saw her
That's
there.
true.
That's the second question.
Welcome to the correct stone pizza oven. Everybody can bake in their own house.
Where would I start?
No, not that kind of baking.
Fresh batch of cinnamon rolls waiting for you guys.
Well, it's likely that life is somewhere. Forgive me for saying this, but lively. There may be other evidence of where they ended up around them, but I'm less certain of where life lies.
You mean death?
I'm less certain of where life lies than where death lies.
Sweet.
Life may be in a location with many animals, many people, many plants. There's lots of places where life could have ended up. Death, on the other hand, there are fewer places where that are known to be quite as unforgiving as the Desuo. I can only imagine that he's somewhere there.
Does that track with your fever dream? No?
I think so.
Fever dream?
Yeah, the cat likes to be indirect. There's
You're being indirect right now,
Yeah.
but not just saying.
I've had dreams of locations, and that kind of lines up. That makes sense.
You dreamt of location, and you're just now mentioning that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Keep that to yourself, and then blame Cat for you not knowing things.
Valid. Be a shame if the wheel broke. I'm just
So,
I do know life was the last one sealed by the blade, but death, I would guess, is somewhere in the Desuo. I have heard that
You can't write that down. That's meta. Okay.
I've heard that the
That's the same thing. That's
Frethane civilization has something of a library in Duskreach. Some research facilities there as well. I would suspect
That's where
that
I go to urge things.
if
urge things. God damn it.
Sorry.
Research.
My bad.
Researches.
You may have luck finding more about life there.
So I don't, because it's so long ago now. But, I mean, you could describe the other places to her
Yeah.
that you remember and blah, 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 blah. Tell her the details of his dream from like 3 nights ago or whatever it was in game. Because there was the Gilded Tower.
Yep.
There was a big pin.
Well, the Gilded Tower, I now have a better. Yeah, so I will definitely tell her about the tower with the pillars that are like black, blue, and white, and describe the council that I saw.
Black, blue, and white. Those are, well, Binder adopted those colors.
Confirms that on the tower.
Yep.
So his name is Cynic.
What would my persuasion have been if the binder proved?
Any idea where that might be?
Nowhere around here. I don't know of it coming from Perthane.
Told you, dude. Anything that gaudy has to be the Tavern Call Empire.
Yeah, it seems that way. Okay.
I believe that Binder is south. I've never gone looking for him myself.
Is Binder also a doll?
He's one of us.
Is he in the same category as the cat, or did he come after?
He came, well, along with the cat and life.
Ah, great. So he's
Oh,
one of the other
yeah.
legends. Great.
Titans.
I would. What I know of Binder is, as she says it, she sort of glances around. He's what has kept us here. What has kept us here. He is a dark cloud over the land. It's not strictly a genocide, but the destruction that's happened to this continent is largely due to his existence.
I'm gonna kill Cynic, confirmed.
And what about Kira? Kira is Kira alive? Kira's presumably also a doll. She wielded the blade. What happened to her?
Kira's dead.
Well, that's good.
Kira was the only one that was ever really able to get close to Binder. Binder's effect, the fact that I can still feel him here as Doll approach him, the effect is increased. It's a poisonous cloud, a damping of of the Drela that is our life. Kyra had less of it, and so she was able to get close to Cynic, to bind her.
Did he kill her?
No. No. They rarely spent time with each other. At least as far as I've seen, as far as I've read. It seems like, well, he doesn't seem to move. He seems to stay in place. But Kyra and her exploits seem to have happened all across the continent.
This might be the most important question we've asked you so far. And only someone of your status, wisdom, and
Alright, enough of the preamble. Spit it out.
what is the deal with the Boleyn Wall? What's behind it? What is it made of?
The wall.
That's a good sign.
What's on the other side of the Baleen Wall is everything else. I would worry about what's... I'm telling you about Binder and about the destruction he's caused, and you're worried about the other side of the wall.
A little bit.
I would worry about what's in front of you.
But like,
I think
if you're saying that, you know, theoretically, this guy, he's stuck here because of Binder. So if Binder's influence is limited to within this
The wall.
legendary, this Baleen wall, why not just go outside the wall and bring the cat with him?
If the cat could have gotten out of the wall, I suspect the cat wouldn't be here.
Maybe he just needs a host.
He hasn't tried with me yet, to be fair.
Also, just what's this damn wall anyway?
Yeah.
It's real?
You offer that to the cat and see if they take you up on it.
Cat doesn't talk to him, it won't happen.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
He's unrequited love, I think. He was a one fight stand and guys gone.
Hey, it rhymes.
But everything else, do you mean like where I came from? Is it what separates this world from where I came from?
No, it's a wall.
Okay, look,
It's
It's the border between here and Ohio.
that's what I'm saying.
But
So
who
we're in
built the
Iowa.
wall?
Why is it there?
Who are they trying to keep out?
who
People from
who
Michigan.
built the wall? The wall was grown. The wall's been there ever since I've been here.
Alright, so you don't know. It's fine. Look, I know we've been giving you softballs and us to pull out a question you can't answer. That's fair. I look at her as somebody who's substantially older and smarter. You've been really helpful. Sorry about that.
That's been helpful.
It's just like I feel like I've been taking a lot of punches, and this felt like I could get a jab in, and I'm kind of happy about that. So
You would think you'd be nicer to the town doctor in that case.
I mean, that's fair, but like, I don't think I could afford a doctor in my life, so I kind of just got by. But anyway, Jordan, you had anything?
I got one more question. Thank you. Camilla, I'm going to pull up the map that we took from her. What were these lines?
What the hell is that?
This is a map that the town took from her.
Did somebody... Why'd you guys draw all these crazy lines?
When I
on
saw
it?
the badge, the badge took it.
We didn't draw. She drew the lines on it. There's
Cinder,
calculations.
Cinder even looks at the map and looks a little confused and looks down at Canilla. Canilla. May I?
I mean, yeah.
Puts it in her pocket.
Yeah.
I got a pocket full of my own
Looks
map.
She looks back up to Cinder. Okay. I admit it. I was not my best self. These lines were... The blade pointed like it was pointing towards something.
Oh yeah, that's a great thought. Hey, Cinder, does...
I tried to.
Oh, my bad.
There's a something you can do in mathematics where if you find two
Goddamn.
lines, vectors drawn to a location.
I am familiar.
Don't quote the old
point-
rules to me, Rich.
I pointed.
I was there.
Like, you guys.
If you had a magical dog, you could probably use this to great effect to find
Look,
someone
look,
far distance away to the exact point.
Part of me really wanted to say like oh
Yeah.
with trigonometry, and then I'm like she's looking at the two of you and it's just no,
I'm
she's taking the
With
long way around.
math magic.
Cosine tangent in the lake.
The, what?
Yep.
What are
Side
I don't
equal
know.
side? Come on.
They sound like Ohio terms.
Are those other states?
These are mathematical constants across the multi. Okay, anyway.
No, I know what cosine is, you idiot.
Well,
Yes, exactly.
It's what you do when you take out all the answers and you need someone else to help.
I was trying to take measurements, figure out where they were pointing.
Mom, your credit's good, right?
Originally, I thought that it pointed to the instrument, like most magnets. But then I found the measurements were off. It was further south. She looks up to Cinder, and Cinder says, "What could be that the blade seeks its origin? The blade was made by Cynic, by Binder." I'm sorry, I keep doing that.
Cinder is.
Every time you've said
She-
cynic, we're hearing binder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Sorry.
I think we had that suspicion already, anyways, but it hasn't been officially confirmed anywhere yet.
Yeah. After I started it, it just like ground itself in there.
Yeah. Imagine mentioning the Demogorgon when nobody in the room recognizes the
Right,
miniature.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just assumed that you would, and then I was like,
Oh no!
I shouldn't have name dropped that.
That's when you just make it not the Demogorgon, you know? Like, oh well.
Just some two-headed monkey thing with 400 health.
Also, there's this two-headed monkey thing.
It's actually a giant ape just with a melon sitting next to its head. But I'm sorry.
Less important.
The binder, from what I've seen, made the blade. And again, Kyra being the only one that could wield his power, took it.
Interesting. So, in theory, his own power could be used to kill him. That makes sense. I think I got this.
Yep.
This one I got.
That's good work.
So, I'm just gonna. I know you came out here to greet us and to get out Canilla and to check in on us. What are you gonna do now?
a sick hideout.
Now,
Well, I know you want Corette to go back to normal, but I mean, we're gonna.
I plan on staying in Correct as long as. Honestly, the politic that's been happening has largely unaffected me. I tend to make a specialty of escaping notice.
So, what are the odds that I could get you to, as a doctor, take care of Jag while we try and fix him? Yeah, I mean, like, Canilla, you and Jag were buds, right? You knew him. You called out his name. You knew him.
She looks over.
I don't think Jag hit her in that fight.
I don't think so either.
I think he.
He's dude.
Why?
He was
Probably
around.
killed one of our dogs.
Fix.
Oh, yeah, but,
What?
You know.
He seems the same.
Is that what Canilla said?
Yeah, that's what Canilla says.
So, like, really quiet and no ears and.
You want us to grow his?
No, I want him to go back to normal.
Yes, we can.
I'm talking to the person capable, not you, Canilla.
So Cinder looks over and says, "Yes, we can. We could take him. If we, I am more than capable of keeping him contained and safe and as comfortable as he can be.
You can't fix him, though, right? I think we determined that.
I can try. I have a few tools, a few tricks, but Sweet's power is a tricky one. I'll be honest. I've liked to stay put as much as I can. So I don't know many. You mentioned grit earlier. I don't know many, but Sweet made herself well known when she arrived. She seemed to have been able to spread her control far and wide. So I don't know how removing it by force would do.
Alright, so we are pretty much stuck with our initial thought of get the blade fragments and destroy her completely. Can it?
We had.
Yep. I'll take it away.
No.
Is that a question? I'm sorry.
That was, it was a question that we had asked before that she said that might work. The aspect of getting more of the blade to destroy Sweet, to release Sweet's hold on Jag.
That's all I can think of that. Well, I'm more confident that would leave Jag uninjured than alternatives.
Alright. And you can make sure none of these freaking... Alright. I just met you, so, like, this is kind of a leap of faith, but he seems to think you're alright, and you also kept Trent alive, which is another promising thing in your favor.
Brought me back to life.
But... So you can keep him secure, you can keep him safe from these other kooks. They're not going to find him in your hospital. They don't usually poke around in there like the Serge Art and the other losers.
No, not if I don't want them to.
Alright.
Where's your warrant?
I think it's worth it.
They have warrants there, I'm sure.
I mean,
Good point.
he's probably more safe with the
That explains why you guys kept going for warrants.
He's probably more safe with
The doctor.
a doctor than he is with me.
I would agree.
Will Lenny finally stop carrying his former character?
Alright.
Find out next time.
Last.
And, well, Do you actually have
I have one more question. Yeah.
Okay,
Give me
the only thing left for me is...
give me a perception check.
The only thing left for me is the aspect of has
One.
Canelo read anything?
Invented.
I see nothing.
Given the conversation happening,
Locked in.
makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Uno.
I'm not gonna burn Moxie. This is like an almost passive perception.
I'm just thinking.
It's like nonsense.
Oh Jesus.
5.
Right.
The conversation
you got-
continues.
you
Uninterrupted
got
by the dragon.
I do have
attacking
inspiration on my next ability
Here you
check.
go. Yeah, it's
What
a
was
flame.
what was your last question to?
Um,
Oh, the
No.
Class Festival's going late this year.
Zeke's like last question basically would have been just following up when they first got here. I gave her the like sarcophagus pieces for her to read, and just so anything interesting on those things.
And with that, we're going to scene change.
Yep.
Um,
What was your question? Get ready.
I was gonna.
Where were you two headed?
Taking a southerly route and ending up at Tully's.
Okay. You are too?
I was gonna tell you, that's what it is.
Who gets there first?
I'm going for
Could
a
be a
box
little
of
more
stuff.
careful of deciding where you end up.
Sounds
Yeah.
like it's out there.
Somebody's going for a
Is
little
that
girl.
implicated?
I'm going for Jordan's box of stuff.
Oh, I see. Okay, so she's vibing.
Give me like 2 minutes here.
Seems that way.
Good.
We can take a mini
Okay.
break if you need for this scene change.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm gonna take
There's
it.
I
just-
wasn't 100% sure that was the case. That makes sense. I think so.
No.
too.
I thought these were.
Oh.
Thank you.
Fine.
Which one did we mark the capital on?
The what?
Didn't we put the capital in the top right corner one of the
And
maps?
it's not on the map. It's just somewhere in there is the capital still.
I really want to. You were doing role playing. I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I thought I just saw this on my feed, and I just lost it. It's from Name of the Wind, Westman's Fair. There's this woman who really does not like Adima Rue. I'll see if Lenny. I just almost lost in the middle of that session from that.
Oh boy.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So, it is late into the night at this point. Most decent folks have gone to bed.
That ain't
As you all arrive as you both arrive at Tully's.
Watch out! Oh, hey Reese.
Simultaneously? Nice.
Anyone bleeding out?
Just you behind the shed.
Just fall.
That's
I'm here for Jordan's things.
As we get
How'd it
close,
go?
as we get close, I will tell Lucille just like.
yeah.
So I mean, getting back to town from where the hearers were was a bit of a trek. Lily was exhausted, so she's probably still sleeping. And then shortly afterwards, I freak out because I see someone else approaching the Tully's house, and I'm like, oh, it's just the giant Reese. It's fine.
The least threatening 7'5" thing I've ever seen.
I've never been so happy to see a not bald 7'5" guy, blue guy. Reese, psh.
Sup?
Yo,
All right, cool, let's go.
did you knock yet? It's just like we're just standing outside Tully's.
Well, I thought you knocked. The elevator, no one presses the button.
Oh, I thought
By
you
the
got
way,
it
I
first.
cut Aldrich.
Is someone knocking on my door or
Yeah,
what?
yes.
Yes.
I will knock.
So
I am
far,
the one
you
who
three are the ones in the scene. You guys keep
Okay.
looking at me like I'm
Yeah.
Reese
Does
knocks
the
on
door
your door.
come alive and eat them?
Yeah.
The door was a mimic
Totally won't.
the whole time.
Totally would open it. I imagine the kids are in bed, but Roscoe's vibing with me.
Yeah. We
Because, you know, we have a
we
child.
ended with like quite a few women at your house. I think you
I
had
think
them.
last time it was basically like, okay, cool, crap's weird. Let's keep it calm tonight. Spread the
Yep.
word and disperse back to your
Yep.
homes. So
Yeah.
that's where we left off.
So would have so your house is pretty much as empty as you want
Yeah.
it. If you would have wanted someone to stay back.
No, I don't think so.
Sure.
Because I was anticipating the child leaving and trying to avoid witnesses.
Sure.
So. Oh, guys. Okay, great. How'd it go? Everything great?
Not exactly.
Lucille, honey, hi. So I hope this means you're not brainwashed. How do you feel about
You
the
know
years
what? I
on the
didn't
board?
check.
I don't. She just starts screaming. They're here.
She brings her
No
own
one
whistle.
rolled an insight check.
I didn't.
I never talked to her.
No,
she just seemed like herself, so I didn't bother.
I don't think I am. I guess you don't really know if you're brainwashed, do you? But that's more of a.
Do you think the heroes of the word are great?
No.
You're good. You're golden. Come on in. You want to see a lily?
That
Come
seems
on
like a
in.
low bar for who's not brainwashed. Okay.
It's a particular
Surprisingly
sort of
low.
brainwash.
Yeah, you could say the heroes have a type.
So I will just immediately usher her in. I'll go grab her. I don't want to wake up Mags, and then I will. Right. And priority is mom to mom. Yes, of course you want to see your kids. So I'm just immediately making that happen.
She comes
Yeah.
back with Classic's gun.
Yeah. So you take her back to the room, or do you bring Lily
I'll
out?
bring Lily to her.
Sure.
Because
Yeah. So
Mags is sick.
Lily comes out in sort of a sleepy, groggy haze. But once she sees Lucille, she lights up and just runs forward, and the two embrace, and Lucille begins to just cry a little bit, just clearly relieved to be reunited with her daughter.
Julie starts making some chamomile tea.
Reese is eating a cinnamon roll that was on the counter.
I have
been a
made
long
cinnamon
day.
rolls for a week.
I also imagine that this cinnamon roll is like the size of like your palm.
They're pretty small.
It's just a pretty small.
They're
You're
very
just, like,
poppable
punched.
for me.
Oh, see, I was hoping you would just have it in like. Lovely.
The texture is just.
Yes, quite.
I hand you a mug. She's like this big.
It's actually what
Put one finger through it.
Is
And
it
just
whatever-
like
I'm gonna
That's one of the
hijack your home for just a second and say there's enough like large individuals here, and knowing Tosscobble hospitality, you absolutely have like at least one just overly sized
This
mug.
is so true.
Isn't
This
it-
is true.
the
Does
mug
it fit
from
nicely?
Reese's.
It's not just a picture.
It's like
What they might use it for at other times, who knows? A convenient
Stuff
drinking
can be
stuff.
more than one
It-
thing.
it's a flower vase.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Just dumps the flowers
I-
out. Here, I got you.
But
There
they're
was
chamomile flowers.
There was definitely a time in college where I don't even know if it was in college. I don't know. We got
It was
someone got a
yesterday.
free vase, and so I was like, I'm gonna put 4 beers in this, and I did it. It was great.
Did you drink all 4
I
beers?
did.
Okay, cool.
I give you 4 beers worth of chamomile tea in a flower vase.
I am passed out. She dropped me.
She dropped him.
Betrayed.
It was totally the whole time.
That's what I said.
No,
Make,
we're
make,
not
a, make a con save. You can choose to fail.
I am enjoying some tea and crumpets.
Cool. So Lily and Lucille are reunited.
What's the deal? What is happening? Lucille's good. Hodrick?
Hodrick
Not
might not like
possessed.
us too much.
Not possessed. Okay. Alright. Alright.
But
Which weirdly was the worst outcome of the two.
Man, I got a target for my rage. That's good. I love being angry at someone.
And when we start talking about Hodrick and the fact that I definitely just
Nicked
nicked this guy for blood against his will, if she looks in my direction at all, I'll just be like, and he will be fine.
She actually doesn't really look over as you're talking about this. She and Lily are sort of in their own little world.
He will be fine. I need to leave town long enough for a few bruises to heal, and then there will be no proof that any assault was perpetrated.
assuming the only witness, maybe it's point to Lucille, but yeah.
Okay. So you don't have the doll on you. Where's the doll?
Where did we leave it?
Oh my god! Common! I left it when I brought the box of stuff. I forgot it. Common.
Okay.
Alright.
I
thought you had it.
Okay. So, okay.
It's
Camera pans back over to Hodrick's body with the doll laying on top of him.
So
it's with Jordan and Zeke.
okay, and they have Jack. So okay, all right, guys.
They're probably very bored.
Yeah. Just talking to themselves. What's happening next? I was gonna you have to leave. You have to leave. I think I have to stay, cause gestures to family, like Roscoe.
We know.
We get that. Yeah. I'd stay if I could too, maybe, but Lily has Lucille at least. I want to take him out of the city, but I don't know if Lucille's gonna be with town for that. And I'm saying this loud enough that Lucille can hear me, but
What'd you say?
just that I'd like to get Lucille and Lily out of the city, but I don't know if Lucille is ready for that. Or I should say, I want to get Lucille away from Hodrick. Or Lily away from Hodrick, especially.
Can I totally just go over, just kind of sit, crouch on the mother-daughter reunion, just is Lily just trauma dumping on her mom of this happened and this happened and this happened, or just
They're
Sneaking
talking and just exchanging stuff, but Lily doesn't seem to be trauma dumping, but so much as just spilling it all out. So it is a lot of talking, but it's not just a totally, it's not both of them are just totally upset. It's they've gone through a lot, but they're very happy to be reunited, especially them both having gone through some stuff, and Lily seems to not be that mad about everything that happened. She's still just confused.
Okay.
But as you come over, they both kind of stop and just look over at you, because they're crouching. You don't need to.
Okay, that's right. I come over with some mugs of tea.
Thanks. Oh, here. And she, Lucille will take Lily's and just kind of hold it as Lily takes it, blows on it, and they'll drink a little bit, and
Mihraen.
they fall asleep.
I know you two have a lot to catch up on. We need to make some decisions here, though. Do you need some more time to debrief, or are you ready?
No, that's all right. Well, Lily, you just finish your tea. We're gonna talk a little bit.
Well,
all right.
I wanna.
But Lily will stay there. She's just.
Yeah. I want to tell you both so you know, you don't have to believe me, but so you know why we did what we did and what danger Lily was in. Exactly. And so I'll lay it out and be like, creepy doll.
Sure.
All this just like.
Yeah, I will contribute to this story if you let me.
Yes.
I mostly was just waiting till we got somewhere safe to dump all this on her.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, absolutely.
But I'm totally like talking to Lucille, but also like markedly talking to Lily, just because at this point, just like some stuff happened to you, kid.
Yeah.
I want to make sure.
Sure.
At least she might know.
Yeah, and
Be
as,
equipped not to go back to these people.
as you talk through it, she nods along with most of it. Every so often, like when you get to some of the specific details, she even just looks a little bit confused. Like clearly, some of her memory just isn't really concrete in everything that's happened. But Lily seems to definitely take it in and understand what you're saying. Lucille will. Just kind of nod along, and as you continue, she just grows more and more concerned, and by the end, she's clearly upset with everything that happened and all the danger that Lily was in. She says, I just don't know what to do. I just can't believe that Hodrick would willingly put his daughter in that much danger.
I don't think he realized what was going to happen.
I mean, one thing, they didn't seem to publicize the weird guy with the ear collection all that much. He just seemed to maybe live in a dungeon, but
With the collection of ears.
with a collection of ears. And a very painful screaming voice.
Okay.
I know. He screamed and then I bled.
No, like
It was
seriously,
strange.
imagine someone screams so loud that you die. That's my one contribution.
Some people can scream so loud that you want to die, and then I just pet Lily's head real quick, just like.
She just like worriedly looks up at you as you say it, just like.
She wasn't following that, I'm sure. She doesn't know about her.
I picture Anya from Spike's Family. And she's just.
I'm gonna watch that stuff.
It's the cutest little girl in the world.
If you stay here, I don't know, because I was saying this earlier. If you stay here, I don't know what Hodrick's gonna do if he finds some other, if there's another opportunity to bargain Lily away. I see him taking it. And the way we left things, the way Reese.
The doll is weakened, but it's not destroyed.
Yeah.
There still are some that it has in its sway.
And as long as it still exists, this can all happen again.
However, I will say, just to throw it out there, I've got about 12 other mobs currently, and I'm sure more to follow, who are real pissed off. And I don't think Hodrick has quite the sway over Corette that he once had.
I mean, there's still a lot
I
of
don't know.
heroes, though, right? In
Yeah.
that town gathering, so.
But I don't think they can make any more because we have the doll.
Right.
You would have talked to the other mobs enough to know that as much as this group really doesn't like him, and the moms really don't trust him or like him, there was 12 people there out of close to 1,000 in Corette, and they made it clear that he's made some really convincing speeches. He's sort of the one of the town officials, and he's the through line to the governing body of the country.
And he's
People
unconscious.
there's a whole lot of people in the town that still care about his opinion, and there's still quite a few people in the town that were fans of the Hearers. There are not as many fans of the Hearers as there were a week ago, but there's
I didn't realize this was a town of 1,000. I was thinking maybe a couple hundred.
yeah, it's a little shy of 1,000.
Still small, but not that small.
There were 5 bursts and then a couple deaths in between now and last session. Okay, well, never mind. Totally doesn't know anything about politics. Well, yeah, but I mean, there's going to be people coming back in to town from the camp with missing ears and probably a whole lot of questions. And we've got Jag. Oh, we've got Jag with both his ears missing. Well, who knows if Zeke is going to want to part ways with him, but I just
Yeah,
feel
who
like
would even give Jack that clue? Cinder's not even in town, so it's clearly not her.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's probably not a good idea for you guys to stay here, but I think we could do some work with
Swaying people back
swaying
over.
people over.
If they can be swayed, if they're not still part of the Hearers. I mean, yeah. Whether Hodrick is or isn't, it seems like he's going to continue pushing that envelope.
Alright, so Lucille, your mom, what are you doing?
I just don't know where else. I don't know where else I would go. If
Where's this shack in the woods we have? Kidding.
this is Lily's home, this is really all we have.
What happens if Hodrick tries to do that again?
I don't know, Trent.
If he does, maybe Tully can help you get her out, away from Hodrick, before he actually gets a chance to give her away. Help protect you and get you out of the city. But I mean, I'm gonna go and try and make sure. If you want to go somewhere else, I will go with you. But I don't think I can stay here after what happened tonight.
It's just not that easy.
I'm not saying it'd be easy.
If Hodrick wants me to, when Hodrick sets his mind on something, it's hard to stop him from doing it. I don't have the guns or the size that you all are able to do so much with.
You mean convince him into not giving Lily away?
Vixo was talking about him in the town.
Like I said,
I was thinking the same thing myself.
if the choice is between giving Lily away because you can't convince him to stop and go into Tully and having her help you get out of the city, what are you gonna pick?
How?
Because one's life with Lily, one's
And
not.
if he knew what he was sending Lily into, I won't let her go to that again.
Here's a thought. I think one thing I could convince myself and some of my mom friends is to just have Lily stay with us and not go back. You know where she is, and you just don't tell Hodrick where she is. And as far as if anyone asks me, last I saw her was with Drent, and Drent's left town.
She can't She just gonna stay in hiding? For how long?
Until the doll goes away? I don't know.
We don't know what it's gonna take.
Could be a little while. we joke about the mountains not being that big of a deal, but it'll be a little while.
Do you have any ideas?
Well, like I said, you can stay in town, but if it happens, like I said, if Hodrick tries to take Lily and give her away somewhere again, your choices are to. I mean, you can fight him on it, and if you manage to do so and you convince him to let her stay, then great. But if it's looking like you're not winning that argument, and you're forced to pick between a life with Lily and fleeing the town, or a life with Hodrick but without Lily, I would hope that choice is obvious. If that happens, I trust Tully to help you in that.
Do you know anywhere that I could go?
Does Tully have any relatives in this one?
I'll say do
Should I desk watch or nest watch?
Nest watch.
Oh, just reach.
In Nest Watch?
Roll 20.
I mean, that was also the other town that was fully taken over by the hearers.
But it's not where Hodrick lives.
True.
You would probably have some acquaintances down there. You might have some distant family, but probably no siblings.
Okay.
we got this. We got this hut out in the woods, but it's not safe enough for you to just stay out there. There's no food. There's no.
The corpses of deceased bandits to eat.
It's cured.
Long
They had
pig.
a they had a storehouse.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Why are we talking
I can
about
lead
this
with
out
that.
here right now?
that
electricity
would
too,
be
like, it's
able to
Drop
sustain
the
me
text.
for a while until I got back, hopefully.
How far / safe is the trip to Bantor?
It's about 2 days. 2 days walking.
It depends. Are you like regular travelers, or are you an adventuring party rolling on an encounter table?
There's like a main road though.
You could also just travel on a flying wheelchair.
True.
It's
Those are going
Probably
around these
faster.
days, Yeah.
probably like three days if you're just going. You can probably make it in 2 if you're booking.
Okay. So 3 days with a small child.
Yeah.
And if we do want to go to Bantor,
Agreed.
Booking
no, it's not very option because he's got power there, but Zeke seems to have connections there that he might be able to hide you, but I haven't talked to him about it.
I mean, if we could. I mean, if you're right, if we can convince the town that he's not everything that he says he is, maybe that just makes it a little easier if he tries to pull something like that. I mean, it's a whole lot easier for me to tell him no if he doesn't have the whole town at his back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't know how to do that without destroying the doll. And destroying the doll might take us.
But if
a
we
month
can
or
even
two.
get half the town on our side,
I think half the town's already on our.
half the town's at least neutral.
Half the town is out of the fight. You're saying?
Yeah.
Well, do you have any ideas for?
I could take the
It's-
other half of the town.
It's become, you were able to pick up that the town's pretty split between pro heroes of the word and anti heroes of the word.
Okay.
There's a little bit of undecided in the middle
Yeah.
there, but it is pretty split half and half between the two factions.
Okay.
Our opponents are pro deafness. They don't want you to hear the words.
What?
Someone just needs to reunite Dalen with his child and give him a platform.
Yeah. Like,
That'll turn some people.
I mean-
over.
Tully has some thoughts.
I mean, what was that guy's name we rescued from the pond?
Gerard.
Gerard.
Boy.
Yeah, fish
Yeah,
boy.
we have Gerard. I heard he's fine.
I heard he just got eaten.
I like that. I don't think Erica was there when you guys rescued Gerard, and she was like maybe the first person to know who you were talking about.
She basically adopted him
He
though.
is my boy.
It's her job to know his name.
Yeah, who was that smelly
You sent a
orphan?
teenager into the party.
The
mom is
talking
just-
about me in the town.
make some ways. We just need time. It's not going to be a night. It's going to take some time to convince people.
We got Gerard, and then we got all the people that we just freed
Damn,
come back to
we
town.
got. Oh man, I still got to find Emmeline.
What if? I mean, what you mentioned having Lily stay here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have room for me?
Of course, sweetheart. Yeah. Well, it's not going to be nearly as fancy as your crib, but hey.
I mean,
Of course you're welcome. Well,
Hodrick's
Roscoe's not
just-
fine.
Hodrick's just been
Insufferable, pain in the ass.
been getting
Kind of
worse.
douche.
I don't know if it's the power going to his head after he got named in Nerk Soul. I don't know if he started to make some guesses, make some assumptions, but
The day that he started, you say he started acting different. What happened that day? Anything particular? What's?
it wasn't one day in particular. It's been gradual.
Great. I don't know if we mentioned this before. I'll hear. I don't know if we mentioned this before, so I'll just reiterate now.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any real proof of this, but considering it seems that people from the Serchayarch and Bantor are pushing Hodrick to recruit more hearers and encourage the hearers, I have to think that one of them has been influenced by the hearers too. And it's possible that when we clear it, destroy this doll, that the influence from Bantor will cease too. Of course, it might not, because it didn't stop when we try to confront Hodrick, but it's a possibility.
Excuse me.
Hopefully Roscoe's just fine with us holding fugitives in our house.
As I kind of imagine like you agree,
Yeah.
and then the conversation keeps happening, and Roscoe's just like, how many people are staying with us?
There's only so much
we don't,
room
we
left in
don't
the
have
barrel.
any extra beds. Like,
Yeah, but I think
but
we can share the load maybe
but
with
as long, I mean, I need that shed out back.
Glessig's body's still warm.
Next
to the box of Jordan's things.
You're not gonna. We can put them up in a shed. We'll squish the kids together somehow, or ourselves together. We'll make it work.
Okay.
Thinking about how long it takes the average knocked unconscious person to stop being unconscious, regardless of whether this decision is made, Reese is going to take an opportunity and bow out of the town.
And bow out of the door because it's too short.
Also that.
So Reese begins to make is going to begin to make his leave.
I'm not leaving yet, not until we have a game plan.
So Lucille will Lucille
I'm going to give you
will
my fireworks and tell you the
agree
code.
to stay
Tully's house for
at
now.
Tully's house at the Tosscobble.
Really only helpful for tonight. Otherwise, have fun.
Kids will enjoy them. So you see you bye.
I'm not just like
Okay,
walking
okay,
out
okay.
the door with nothing.
This is all I think going to be quick enough. Like it won't necessarily take up more than the Hodrick is probably unconscious for this period
Yeah.
time.
Fair enough.
So just to the mechanically,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I have this like
You got time, dude.
lady of the people ability where like, hey, the common folk will just like give you,
Yeah, Jordan's friend.
like
He's chill.
rest and
She.
shelter and protection from governing forces as long as they're not being put in danger.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm thinking I can probably safely extend that to like, hey moms, I have these.
So
People
more
maybe who are
important, I would say, than
protection.
mechanically, like thematically, yeah, the you will probably not be able to keep them secret. Like you could hide them if you want to just totally hide them for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably doable. Like just again, thematically,
Yeah.
what that would look like mechanically might play out a little different.
Okay.
But like Tully doesn't know all that ahead of time when
Yeah.
she's making this decision. You could probably hide them. but that's really not tenable for a long period of time. A lot of people are sort of coming and going. You could keep it quiet, but
We keep it quiet enough to see if we can turn the tides of the town, and then maybe Lucille will have a firmer foundation to.
It helps that
Lucille-
you're not holding her.
Lucille
against her
is
will,
going
right?
to Lucille is going to sort of propose like she'll stay with you and keep it quiet for a while, but probably let Hodrick know so that Hodrick doesn't think that his child is being kidnapped.
Okay.
Let Hodrick know what that.
That Lucille is going to be staying at the Tosscobbles willingly with her child.
Okay.
That way, Hodrick doesn't think his kid's kidnapped.
Or his wife is missing.
And his wife's missing.
Fair. Fair.
And
That's a
we'll
great
point
plan.
out like Hodrick is. She'll say Hodrick is great at spinning things however he needs them to be spun. It's something a politician's really good at. And so if I go missing. If I go missing and I turn up with Lily at your house, I don't want to know what's going to happen to you and yours. So I think it's got to be known, but I'll stay here, and as long as you all are willing to help play a little non-physical defense, I think he can't come and wrestle me out of here.
Control the narrative.
He can't come and what's he gonna do? Come in with an army and then Kret has a nice little civil war? He's not gonna do that.
Okay.
I mean, there's a possibility here that we. I talked to Reese and he's gone. All right, shit.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, you didn't leave
I
yet?
was making sure that either some decision was gonna be made expediently and we were gonna go, or I was gonna leave first because I'm the only one who punched the guy.
and paper cut it.
That didn't matter.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
He'll
can't
learn,
prove
right?
that.
Yeah.
It's-
We put some Fluvan right there and there.
He scratched
There's just a
himself
black
when he
line.
fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
Very-
he just
very
passed out.
plausible.
Lucille
Sounds like
could
he's
support
paranoid
that
judge
story.
Yes.
You
Hopefully
passed
she's-
out. I ran
hopefully
for
she's
help.
a
I found
better
Lily.
liar than I am. I'll hold off on that actually. But yeah, there's a distinct possibility that once people start coming back into town, we can sort of turn the tables, and the Here's the Word won't be an acceptable sort of name around here anymore. If that's the case, I feel like I can probably come back into town. So like asking for Lucy, like questioning Lucille if she thinks that's reasonable, considering she's
I mean, I think it's certainly possible. I think if we
hopefully Reese too.
might take some time, but I think if we can convince everyone of everything you all saw, and Tully has a good reputation around here. We can try to convince everyone of what you saw, and I mean you all have positive, good influence with Dave Fortan too. So there's.
Not as good as I thought. Give me the book.
Where is the coin? Where is the coin?
That's a good coin.
But
It's a good coin.
I think it'll take some work, but I'm hoping that we can convince the town that Here's the Word aren't everything that we thought, and then either Hodrick backs down and gives them up, or goes and makes on his merry way trying to lead them other places.
Alright. Sounds like we'll be waiting a few days before we probably head off. Just trying to destroy that doll.
I am still going to not sleep in Kret tonight.
What are
No,
you? Sorry, what?
I believe that.
So are you like? Is your plan to hang out here until that happens?
Well, I thought the plan might be to hang out here until the refugees from the camp all come back to town, and now suddenly we don't just have one or two people that are outspoken against the Here's. We have dozens, or I mean at least a dozen probably.
You can certainly do that. That will probably be will take some time.
For them to come back or for it to change tide?
Both.
Well,
They're pretty far.
I mean, we got back in 2 days. I mean, it can't be that
We
hard.
were hoofing it.
Someone made it back before you guys.
Yeah. So,
If properly we send someone down with a whip, and then everybody
yeah,
will be here
I'm thinking
tomorrow.
if we just
I do have a whip.
it took us 2 days. Some people should be back at least by 4, right?
Let's go ahead and break here. I'm gonna we'll break here and we can talk about it a bit off screen. Figure out next steps. We'll be back shortly.
To the Himalaya.
All right.
It would be fun to watch, like, all of us with terrible charisma scores just try and roleplay starting, like, a riot.
Yeah,
I mean,
rebellion.
uh,
Look,
Uprising.
poor charisma scores can probably start a riot.
Excuse me, Jordan.
Now, are you on the right
Do
side?
not have terrible charisma.
my charisma
I'm
is
so pissing off.
Acceptable.
My charisma
The
is fine.
trick: play
Mine
characters
is-
with poor charisma. Try to start the riot from the other side.
Yeah,
+3.
yeah.
I'm +1.
What are you doing? Well, one of us with bad charisma is trying to keep the people
Look, I
down.
went to
The other
a
one's
speech
trying to
meeting.
incite a riot, so
Alright,
nothing's
I
happening.
did.
The people are really unoppressed and also uninspired.
oh my gosh, I rolled another one with this die.
Okay.
Alright.
So the three of you at Tully's with Lucille and Lily
Right.
and Roscoe.
Poor Roscoe.
It's just like, oh my god, there's so much.
Who is a little thrown off. It's been a long couple days. He's tired, and suddenly he might have 2 more house guests, and he's fine with that. He's being really supportive. Tully's been really supportive of him in the past. He's going to be really supportive of Tully.
P-barrel.
But what he can't handle is the body in the shed.
Barrel.
He sees an opportunity to make sure that they keep the P-barrel for their own leather. It's a great trade-off as far
But he's
as
threatened that Drent,
They actually supply the pee.
leather
to
workers
the
here.
leather workers.
Yeah, he's sitting there. He's like,
Tanner.
Finest
there's a
pee
couple
on the
extra
side
people,
of
but
the...
I can use this as leverage to make sure we keep that P-barrel to make our
That's
own
why
leather.
they call them people.
There we go.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Got the best pesticide of the Vertlock. Roscoe's now a hillbilly.
So what? Are you staying here?
I don't think that's gonna make it easier for you and Lily to be here. I don't think if it'll be an easier pill for Hodrick to swallow if me and especially Reese aren't around, for at least for the time being.
6 feet.
Yeah, this is a little selfish, but just out of curiosity, what will you say happened?
Accident.
And anything in particular?
You know, who maybe you perceived might be assailing you.
Well,
Well, Hoptrick's
I'm
gonna say.
I'm gonna say the truth, which is that there was a misunderstanding, and Hodrick got a little scared with the 2 of you standing in front of his door, and that he told me to run, so I ran, and who knows what happened after that.
I mean, I certainly don't.
I think
Me neither.
look,
Hodrick might
I'll-
also be a
I'll-
little hazy on the details.
I'll say I'll try to keep you all as innocent as I can, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna trust me on it. I'm sure Glessig will be on your side, but we know what Hodrick's gonna say, and he has his own allies in Corette. I don't know that anything I tell Leon is gonna have him stop listening to Hodrick.
Leon sucks.
Yeah, my brown noser.
It might be a good idea that
He's the right height for it.
real soon to
Got him.
inform Glessig what happened and the situation, as well as the mayor if we can.
Leon's a
And
good try.
there's also a few things I wanted to pick up. Maybe you could run those out of Ty Town for me tomorrow morning. Just a thought. I would love that so much.
Yeah, but I think Bartleby kept telling me that you had some fish at his place.
I did. I do.
Or-
Yeah.
He says they're in pristine condition.
I-
Says nothing bad happened to him. He was really emphatic on that point. I don't know why.
really drove it home.
Things seem off protest too much.
Blah, blah.
If he's got that fishing bobber on his door handle, do not go in. Don't knock. Just come back later.
I think that's I think that's just always there, though. I think that's just part of the decor of his shop.
Oh no, it's gotten worse. He's got a problem, that man.
All right.
He needs an intervention.
So the other two boys are outside.
Yeah.
Do you have? If you tell me what you want to grab, you guys go
List.
chill outside, and then in the morning I can make my way out, meet up with you guys in like. Find some trees to hide out in. Distinct tree hideout.
Where?
Not on the side of the road.
I thought that too, but they all fought me on it. They were playing some. Never mind.
Just, yeah. And
I think they're talking about us.
Man, sucks.
so does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. And when you're out there, tell Zeke I find somewhere to put Jag. Or if he's got other ideas.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to
Well,
get.
I'll tell him when I get out there. It'll be fine.
His ears
Okay.
pop back.
I'll give you a list,
More.
and I'll also give you a key to my house.
Okay.
Which I mean, this is for you and Lily. If Lily needs to hide out there, it's probably not the safest spot to hide because Hodrick knows where I live. But I mean, I lived alone, so the place is a mess. But it's a good hideout.
I will take the key to my apartment, hand it to Roscoe, and tell him if he needs to get away for a little bit. It's always there. And then I'm gonna give Tully like 20 gold.
Oh.
Well, I actually got some gold from selling those hides that we were carrying around.
Oh, cool.
So
I don't know how much money you've left after
Okay.
this.
I thought I heard the
But-
same thing.
Yeah.
Less than 30 gold.
I thought somebody was talking about those hides I was carrying.
Dude, I bet he
For a
sold
really
that
long
for-
time.
I bet you're about to get a great cut of
Yeah,
that.
so
I sure hope so.
I'll hand over. I'll hand over 20.
Oh. Well, thank you.
This is for keeping. I mean, you helped us get the pound in the first place, and it's for, making sure that Lucy and Lily aren't too much of a burden on you guys.
What's a good bribe go for these days?
Depends on the guard.
Roscoe full on needs an introvert hideout, and you've made him so happy.
Let's just turn that shit into a bachelor pad. Come on.
Already is. It's really just a room with a bed and like some
And a pea barrel.
untied
Just like-
bindings.
Just your average one.
Just-
Okay.
Alright.
Anything else?
I don't think so. I have the list here, but it's not complicated for the most part.
Okay.
It's I'll just say it out loud now. It's the Mihraen cow traps from like a general store. It's my gun tools from my house, and then it's
And
asking.
Sorry.
That's actually basically it. Oh, and then the fish part. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever's left.
And that is to have Lucille or Tully bring out to you tomorrow. Or
Yeah.
Tully bring out to you tomorrow.
Totally.
And sorry, what was your plan for tomorrow?
I'm just gonna meet up with the boys in a wooded area out of sight and finalize plans.
Do you think we should reposition ourselves to like the south, like a different part of the outskirts? So we're-
Yes.
All right. Which direction?
Or were we close to that?
Well, you were on the road between.
We were like south.
This is
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house. Yeah.
I think we should be in the west side, sort of like in the direction of our hideout.
I'd rather have my legs cut off. and
Sounds good
So-
to me.
Okay.
If there's somewhere to hide out in that direction, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's not in the road; it's in the trees.
On the west side of the road, there's plenty of there's more stuff
West
than
side.
On the west side of the road, or the west side of Corrette towards the hideout.
It's all.
We are on the
gonna be
left side of the road, because
None of it.
based on the map, there are not trees on the other side of the road. We're on the west side of the road.
Okay.
Cannon
You're on the west
We
side.
know there's
We're on
trees on
Sure.
that.
Sword north.
You're currently on the west side of the road.
Um,
You're on the west side of the road heading south out of Corette, but we're going to move towards the west side of Corette and be on the north or south side of that road.
See, I told you
Instead.
my map makes sense now.
I didn't
That's
listen
fine.
to anything you
That's
said.
fine.
It doesn't
There's
matter.
some pocket of woods that we can probably all agree on.
All right.
Explain this to Tully, and we are all on the same page, and we will not lose each other.
All right, good luck explaining it to Zeke. And getting in the mood.
We bought property here.
Yeah. Okay. Squatter's rights. You want me to reset the timer?
It's free
Here,
real
see,
estate.
you see how there's no cover here? We're going to go somewhere there's cover.
No, we're by trees right now.
Yeah,
Look, there's
Were you
nothing
not
stuck.
here last night when I
canonically.
came flying in and we went behind the trees?
right. We went behind the tree.
There's two.
I thought we established
Exactly.
there were explicitly no trees in the area.
Nope.
Well, okay, well.
It's a common myth told by us from Corette. It's actually a lush forest.
Listen, if we set, we'll just shoot a firework wherever we are, okay?
All right, anyway.
Because we will know where you
Which
are.
color?
I'm kidding.
Purple.
If it was the blue firework, we're in the original position.
If it's red,
That
we're
means we've
flipping
gone to the
meeting
hideout.
in case the code's been compromised.
Only pay attention to the third firework to go off. And depending on what color that is, it tells you which version of the next firework you care about.
Unless there's
The,
a guy
the first two are Mr. X.
Yeah. If there's a guy on second, it's all reversed. It's all like.
Tully starts questioning if she really wants to see Jordan again.
Been there.
Oh my gosh, people love me so much. I don't know what they're talking about, but like, I feel like our
You
friends.
just have like a pine nut allergy and you're just hanging out in some trees.
all right. So we'll. I think we'll go back and just finish out your scene for the evening. Are you, and you all are leaving Corette at this point?
Yes. I'm going to leave Jordan's box of stuff with you because I'm going to go scale a wall.
Milo will love it. He'll go to town.
Sorry, are you actually leaving Jordan's stuff there?
Yes.
Okay, and your plan is to just get over the wall.
Yep.
Okay.
And then go to them.
Because you punched a guy.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm going with you, right? That was my. Might as well.
Okay.
Works for me.
You
So
were
I'm
there when he
gonna-
punched the guy,
So-
and I'm sure the guy is like,
I'll wait then. But
No, go for it.
I'm just gonna take a moment alone, like outside with Lily, and just say bye and get my scarf back and
Sure.
have that moment.
Sure. Yeah. So Lily will.
Did I say Lily again?
Yeah.
I meant Lucille, but Lily's also invited.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of assumed that you would take a moment with both of them.
Tender
So Lily and Lucille will go out there, both of them with you, and as you say goodbye to Lily, she'll give you a hug and just be like I hope you stay safe, Grant. Thanks for coming and getting me.
No problem, Lily. I got you to come back to, so I'll make sure I keep safe.
Yeah. Thanks.
And you listen to your mom, all right?
Oh, well, yeah, I will.
I know you will.
Always. All the time. All the time. Yeah. And Lucille just looks down and goes, all the time. And then Lily will run off inside. And, Lucille will say her goodbyes to you.
And I'll just like touch the scarf and just like start just taking it off around her head. Things actually came quite useful a few times, trying to keep myself from being too obvious. So it's been nice.
I'm glad. Thanks for bringing Lily back.
As soon as you're welcome, but as soon as I heard what was happening, that Lily was the one that they were looking for, I wasn't leaving. I was either leaving there with Lily, or I was gonna be dead there. Those were really the only two options. Glad it was what it was.
Sorry I let them take her.
You didn't let them take her.
When Hodrick wanted her to go, I didn't know what it would mean. I didn't know all what the heroes were up to. I didn't know that she was going to go that far.
I know you that you didn't know. If you had known, you wouldn't have let it happen unless they had worked their magic on you, which I'm glad they didn't. Glad that's all over now. And I don't think even most of the hearers knew what was going to happen. Just that they wanted Lily, and they had to bring her back. And that was all they knew. Kindness knew. Maybe the ear guy knew. And then the 5 of us waiting in an ambush knew. And that was probably it. I'm sure there's a reason Kindness didn't tell Hodrick what was going on.
I hope so.
God, I hope so too. Otherwise I'll kill him. I swear to God.
You gotta go take care of this doll.
Yeah, otherwise, if we leave it out there, someone's gonna find it again, and this whole cycle starts all over. And the way they were spreading, I mean, you should have seen it. There were hundreds of these people, these camps. And if that happens again, and people don't stop it in time like we did, we could take over everything.
Well, I know if anyone can, you'll be able to.
I'm pretty stubborn that way. I just pat my chest where grit is.
Yeah. You hear him just kind of chuckle in your head.
Yeah. God, that's what it sounds like when he laughs. Oh God.
No, regular voice is totally normal. It's just his laugh.
I am then. Yup.
Screw it.
What in tarnation?
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
And one more thing I almost forgot. Literally, I pull out the die that I bought for Lily, and just like Lily was a little upset on the way back, and I bought her this and told her she could dye something. I just gave her the, I think it was a yellow dye. I wrote it down. So she's probably looking forward to that.
The kindest to die.
Lily bought light blue dye.
Yep. She did. I think she'll something to distract her with.
Thanks. I'm sure she'll get a kick out of this. Maybe we can make the Tosscobble something.
I think they like that. The cinnamon rolls are real good, by the way.
Oh, I've had them in the past. It's
There are more.
I'm not minded too much having this be our home for a little while.
Yeah, just don't let them fatten you up too much. You know, it's really easy to get carried away with all the marinara.
She just like looks at you.
That's not what I mean.
And his
No.
new trim physique.
From 14 days of fasting.
I mean,
Listen, I don't have someone.
you want to try for
14
different last
days.
words?
Would it be in character if I did?
touche.
You know my charisma's -1, right?
-3 right now.
Jordan told me so.
You do seem pretty exhausted.
Mechanic.
Yeah. I guess yeah.
The
Just
filter's just
don't get
gone.
carried away. The marinara is really good, but man, it gives me some heartburn. I didn't want to tell Tilly though. I eat it anyway, and it's worth it. But man,
Well, I know this isn't goodbye.
it's not.
Goodbye for now.
It's goodbye for now.
She'll give you a hug and let you be on your way.
Okay. And then I'll chase after Reese, who's like politely waiting a discreet distance away.
Just like really slowly walking
Just
away.
Well, just like, also probably just like, has the town alarm been raised at this point? Right, kind of scoping it out.
Yeah, it's the and actually give me a perception check with where you're at.
7.
Perceiving.
Yeah, seems coast is clear.
All right, with you two off, we'll finish out the scene here with the four of you. Sorry, give me that question again that you had.
I was gonna.
I think it's just one more.
Yeah, we may have answered this earlier, and I just
It was
kind
a
of train.
train,
But if
you could pull a lever and send it towards one.
if I describe the court that I saw, like the people on the
Multi-track
court
drifting.
seem to recognize who those people are.
She doesn't.
Okay,
What's
that's
up with the sarcophagus pieces?
Oh, that was the last
Yeah.
thing. That's right. Thank you.
what's on the
I
side?
asked her if she had read anything interesting on the sarcophagus pieces, and also if she, once she gives me that information, if she wants to keep them, she can pay me for them.
I got a feeling I'm not getting a cut of that hide.
Not related,
Yeah.
but definitely a great idea. I'm not bring it. What do we have use for them?
That's what I'm saying.
I'll sell them at a bargain.
Let me see here.
Do it. It's fine.
This is not a suggestion. This is happening.
This is happening.
I was reading your side text.
She does. I don't have it prepared.
Okay, that's
so
fine.
I'll try to get that to you for next session.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's not going to be instrumental in deciding what we do
Potent
next.
flavor text that is not really
Right.
gonna
Yeah.
change our direction.
Yeah, as long as it's not going to do that, then that's totally fine.
What it says is everything Cinder tells you is a lie. Don't trust anything she says.
Well, I can't believe the sarcophagus.
Just around the
Of the
sarcophagus.
the thing that tried to kill us, I think I believe the living person who brought back our friend.
We've been.
Has
Are we the bad guys?
has Rhea been talking throughout this long conversation that they're having?
Yeah, you would. They would hear Rhea chatting. That at this point is almost background noise. It's just like this kind of annoying, think a toddler that's just like keeps trying to get your attention, and at a certain point you're just like,
Theo. There are toddlers at my house right now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Interesting.
anything else?
You got anything else?
Yeah, no, the offer still stands. Of you want to buy these?
I wouldn't mind buying them. I didn't bring my wallet with me.
Well, how about this?
Trade.
No.
Okay.
Trade what?
Wheelchair.
I like at this even Zeke turns like
I just
I go like
anchor high.
shake
Alright,
it.
that's-
Shake it.
I'm
No,
offering
no,
to trade my wheelchair for a sarcophagus.
Okay, so we've established that's not the deal.
Is that a threat?
He doesn't speak for me, by the way. He also didn't carry these, so
True.
That's the smartest thing I've heard tonight.
that's not true. We've heard Cinder talk quite a bit,
Okay,
which
fair.
Touche.
Smartest thing from this side of the conversation.
Exactly.
but all right. How about if by some miracle one of the other group goes to see Cinder,
Who would do
they
that?
can collect. I don't think I'm coming into this city. Maybe I will. If I'm coming in, I'll come. Where are they? How do I find the place you're at?
It says there's a big sign.
Does-
Big red plus.
Yeah.
It's neon.
Cinder will chime in and describe for you how to find the hospital in the town. It's a little tricky. It's not super distinct, but she'll give you enough description where it says, it'll be the one. When you get close, you'll be able to smell it.
All right. Well. Oh, you're not. I look over after Cinder says. I look over at Canilla and say, "Oh, you're not. She's not allowed to go out much, huh? That's why you said you guys only come out at night."
Well, Canilla is, if anyone asks, still being treated, which is why
so
she's.
Like the Jag scenario is how we're going about this. All right. I like this.
Yep.
That makes me more confident about Jag being in good hands. That's good. So how about this? You give me the IOU, or you drop off the money at Tully's. Not you. Not you, Canilla.
Cinder.
You, Cinder.
Cinder. Yeah, so Cinder can.
Totally rolling in the bank.
Cinder could drop off the money
Dangerous
at
with
Tully's.
coins.
Sorry, Caleb is. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
think if there's anything else.
Wait, why are you guys leaving money at Tully's too?
I'm selling the sarcophagus to Canilla.
And leaving the money with.
Why?
It's an
I'm
IOU.
not. she
Whoever
didn't-
goes to collect.
Whoever goes to collect.
gets the money.
It totals.
Well, will bring me the money.
Right.
Kill you.
Dude, look. If I'm going as a
Thank your
finder's
speedy
fee.
boots.
Yeah.
To be fair, Tully did also carry these sarcophagus pieces.
True.
So, yeah, I can. Cinder will say, I can drop the money off at. I can give the money to Tully. I could also. You say you aren't coming into town.
Probably not.
I could just come out.
That
another
would
day
be
with it.
awesome, actually. Do that. That would be better.
I
have
I
no
don't mind
idea.
a walk.
Great. I'm sure everybody else would want to talk to you too. Probably. Given this is some groundbreaking information.
Agreed. They might
Alright,
have
we'll
even
plan
come.
on that instead.
Okay. Cinder will look back at the city and look at Canilla and say, I think it's time we get back.
You know, with Jag and
Yeah,
tow.
toast. Fly safe.
She kind of looks at Jag,
Get that feather back.
and looks back at Canilla. Not sure how we rig this all together.
2 trips.
Just imagining. I'm just imagining them tying like Jag by the ankle underneath
She
the
says
chair.
to the artificer
hanging
in
upside
front of
down.
her,
That is a tough one.
she looks at like all your contraptions and just says,
You know, there's so much spare metal at Common Shop. That's mine. It gets back here. I will build a second seat attached to the left side of the wheelchair.
Canilla will.
It's just like a 2x4 slid underneath. It just
Sure, you trust that? Cinder will say, I'll sit in your lap and we'll put Jag in the back.
That's pretty messed up
Okay,
already.
I'll make it safe now. Just had to
I mean, now.
Well, don't worry.
All right. So it takes you a few minutes, but you're able to pretty easily rig something onto the chair, and then set Jag on it. He doesn't seem to want to stay put in the chair if
Yeah.
you leave him conscious for it.
All right, brother. We'll
one
get
for
this,
the road.
Yeah, we'll get this sorted out, but you're gonna need to take one more nap. Hopefully, next time we talk, it's there's a little bit more going on in there.
Find her.
All right, I will.
Find her.
Well, if he just screamed out of nowhere, it's just like been quiet whispers, and just blood ear piercing scream.
That would be terrifying.
So after you do that, then they'll load up and the chair slowly lifts up and
That's pretty cool. I think we could.
Why can't you do that?
I'm working on it. I was copying the design. I know she cheated. Technically.
How?
Magic.
all right. So you all wrap up.
Perfect compliment.
You meet back up with them. Yes.
Assuming the wall goes fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get to the
there'll be
wall.
a blank or an empty-ish portion of the wall, assuming there are anything resembling like a crenellation or something, and we just use a rope and.
Surprisingly, as you make your way to the wall, you're it's late enough now. People aren't really awake. You probably pass a couple people coming back from the bar, but everyone at this point kind of heads down. They're not paying too much attention to who they pass. When you get to the wall, there's you are within sight of the gate. Give me a perception check as you get there.
11.
We are.
So you notice that you think you notice a couple people over there, but you don't notice. So again, normally there's 4 folks on duty. You only see one person over there.
Let's take him out.
I sure hope so.
Are there like stairs on the inside of the wall?
Mm-hmm.
To get, okay. Then.
And they're on the bottom of the gate.
Gotcha.
How tall is the wall again?
12 feet.
No, it's not too bad. We could, even if we just hang off the edge and drop, it's only like a 6-foot
I'll
drop.
cut you.
Oh, that's romantic.
Yeah, no, we'll just play nonchalant. We'll head over towards the gate and yeah.
Okay.
I'll also say, by the way, heard something flapping around up there a little while ago. Eyes in the sky.
To the
guard.
To the guard. So when you get there, the gate is, or you would see this before you get there, but the gate is shut. So when you get there, he'll say that. Well, actually, before you would have said that, sort of as you approach, he'll sort of like squint over and lift up take the torch and sort of hold it over and say, I'm just trying to think of who would be there.
What was the person's name?
Is this the same?
Did you? I guess would you be going more towards the southerly gate or you're going to meet them, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be going to the south gate. Yeah. So let me go back.
Sword Compass North Gate.
Sword Compass North Gate. Sword North Gate. Snorth Gate.
It's actually it should be Cynic North.
Cynic North. There we go. It'd be real weird if it felt like he's moving around in his chamber and it just like it pivots by.
What? Chewing the ice. Was that crying?
What?
Was your man chewing the ice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
It wasn't that bad. It wasn't like that. You exaggerated like at least 40%.
Well, there's nothing in my mouth to chew on unless I decide to take a bite out of my tongue.
So as you get there, it's I forget who knew who, but Eric is the one that is still stationed there.
I gave them both hugs.
Yeah, but one of them recognized Tully a little more. One of them recognized Reese a little more. I don't quite.
And I'm
It
just
was
a
me and
nobody.
Dredd. It was Tully and Dredd.
Oh, yeah,
first
yeah.
game.
Everybody knows me.
That was 2 weeks ago now. That's been like 10 NPCs before now. But yeah,
They've died of old age and been
Eric
reborn and
is
replaced in the town.
Eric is there, and he would say, "Well, back now it's pretty late.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what was going on into town? We heard a commotion. Austin went up to check it out.
I'm curious what they're saying too. Honestly.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I heard a whistle and then a lot of running, but
Give me a deception check.
I didn't lie.
that was completely honest.
You didn't.
That's true.
Not rolling. I'm not rolling for a lie.
Wait. In the box.
In the box, you didn't
What
see
are
what
you doing?
doing.
It is a sacrilege.
I make it a 4.
Would you please?
Are they both bad?
I rolled a 2, which is a 2.
Mine's a 10 total.
-3, baby.
There we go. You're about to get a doll.
My DC was really, really low though, because I told the truth.
Reese is just like cracking his knuckles.
I could have just
What's
fucking climbed over the wall. Why did I do this? I have the rope. It's right here. I was born with it. Could be over the wall right now.
Much better at climbing than lying.
All right. He sort of eyes the two of you up and down. Just
You are gonna open this for us, or do we need to take the stairs?
I'll open it. Yep. I'm gonna go run the crank up there. Do you wanna?
You know what? I don't even.
Pull it from down
We'll
here?
just hop over. You don't even. It's late. It's dangerous. We don't
You're just
normally.
gonna
You seem kind of hesitant.
go
on the
over the
door.
fence. It's real. It's hard to open it. A single usually there's two of us, one on top.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you can pull it open
Sure.
down here. I'll go up, run the crank if you want to just help close it.
There's
behind
not
No,
you.
we're just gonna hop it.
There's not like an alarm horn up there, is there?
That was what I was thinking. This is why we're just
Are you
gonna go hop
asking him?
No, I'm asking our character.
Hey, no reason. Is there an alarm?
it. By
well,
any chance. Do you have a whistle that's upstairs?
Yeah.
Reese, you especially would know that there is like a horn that you could blow if there's, especially like in the case of monster attacks or
Yep.
something.
And we're gonna
hop the wall.
we're gonna hop the wall.
Oh, all right.
Cool. Maybe he wasn't gonna blow the whistle, blow the horn, but I'm not gonna find out. And if he does, I'm gonna be on the opposite side of the wall
when it happens.
already.
Yep.
Agreed.
All right. Go ahead and give me athletics checks. Or actually, I mean, if you want, you could just. There's stairs. You can go up the stairs.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
gonna
go
go up the
upstairs
stairs and
and
just hop off
Sure.
from there.
Okay. Yeah. Give me athletics then to sort of stick the landing. Or acrobatics.
28 with a natural 20. I can't persuade for shit, but damn, can I jump off a wall?
Or
The Reese character arc.
This is character growth. I am uninjured.
19.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, as you both sort of stumble your way through the exchange and then just like quickly like he's still kind of like looking at where you were, just like still clearly like unsure of what to do, and then looks over and you're like Batman style gone.
Yep. We should really work our talking.
Yeah, we should.
No witnesses.
I was tempted to like accidentally like kick the horn as we jumped over. Oops, sorry, I broke it. Bye. But I thought that was a little too on the nose.
All right, let's hustle. So we will jog away from the gate in the direction
Sure.
that we're heading towards them and
Yeah.
find them eventually.
Yeah,
And then in Kingdom Hearts 2.
So it would probably take a little bit of coordination from you guys because you had shifted when Cinder and Canilla
Correct,
came out.
yeah.
So, but you can very trivially the four of you meet back up.
I assume.
I shoot
Vanilla
fireworks
and
into the
Cinder
tree line
are
until we
small.
find them.
Yeah, so they have flown off by the time
Says when.
these two get back.
Okay.
We're out.
Man, it's been real. These two get back. So boring out here.
No one came to see us.
Not at all.
Cinder wasn't even home.
Yeah, I'm trying
Weird
to talk
way.
to her. Yeah, questions to her about grit and shit.
Yeah.
I talked to Common. He didn't really know anything useful. Said that the package was dropped off anonymously.
Dave doesn't
Yeah.
love me.
Dave Fortran did not give me the book.
What book?
Oh, it's this really nice book with a symbol on the front.
Oh, alright, whatever. Don't
I-
care.
Told him we'd lost the coin, but
We did.
and that was true
It has been
story.
made clear. It has been made clear. I have
Kevin
not
tries
seen the
plot
coin.
hook. It's not very effective.
I haven't seen it.
Zeke ignored it.
Yep.
Zeke uses barrier.
Reflect, pretend.
Zeke is loafing around.
That's the best answer.
Well played. So I'll fill them in on my evening, I guess.
The emotion of when you have and don't have the box is just
It's-
in my eyes.
You left it? I tell the story, and every time I'm like, still holding the box,
Yeah.
still holding the box, still holding the box. I get to tell these for the last time before leaving, and then I leave the box there.
So close. All right, fine.
It would have compromised my ability to scale
Distinctly
the wall
not on
effortlessly.
Tully's list to bring the box.
That's true. That is true.
What? No, I asked that when I left it.
I wrote down mirror, caltrops, gun tools, and fish. I have no box.
That was his list.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like-
I tried to hand you 20 gold, and I said, "Can you
I'll
bring
put
this
the
box?"
box.
So weird.
Well, to be
What's in the
fair,
box?
Tully's like getting ready to leave tomorrow morning, and then she's like,
Leave
That's a
leave
sweet
it,
box
leave it
here.
off.
Wait, make
Leave
a,
it off. It'll
But
be
like Milo would
Hold
love
on.
it.
it'll be all right.
Make a
Alright.
pair of perception checks.
You two.
Do it.
You're not getting your box.
"Wait, what are you rolling this for?"
My
I got an
job's
11 and a
gonna
10.
blow
You
my
told me to make a
house
pair of them.
It's nice that you got an 11 and a 10.
What did you get?
19.
Alright. Jag's not there. The coffin pieces aren't there. Do with that what you You guys walked up. Took a few pretty bulky things.
There's a distinct
I don't know,
sound
my
missing from the interaction.
Fuck.
my intelligence check is now a 6, so I don't
There you
know.
go.
Yeah.
I think they ate Jag. He's just gone.
They might have
Did you
buried
tie up Jag somewhere when you moved camp?
No.
Cinder was here.
It's a big.
Cinder was here.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, she was right here. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I met.
Perfectly within the window of my leaving to go into the city, and then she left, and then I'm back here now.
We probably just missed
I
her.
met.
I don't know
I
why
met-
she doesn't like me.
Oh, Canilla.
Clock Girl.
Yeah, she was
Camilla.
here.
I met Clock Girl.
Both
yeah.
of them.
They flew.
She also was not at Cinder's when we went to check.
That's true. They flew.
They were here.
They can fly.
They have the feather again. I don't know why they gave it to her.
I don't know, feathers, not that coin. Crazy.
That's
oh
weird.
yeah. Also, Lord Dump.
Oh.
2 hours
yes.
later.
Right, I was gonna say we will fast forward through
That's
an
what I just-
hour of
that's-
spilling every
I was
bean
gonna say,
of
when
what
you
happened.
get here, it's late. Like if you guys want your long rest, it's gonna you can do this, but it is.
I assumed I wasn't actually
We
going to get a long
probably-
rest, but could get enough sleep to not be exhausted by
Yeah.
the night.
Well, and actually, I guess the lore dump in the discussion
Fire,
can be
yeah.
a part of the long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We make the fire, we sit around, we catch up.
Infantry.
Frank
Yeah.
Tully real quick.
I just like to try to
What, firework?
keep being a clock when I can.
So yeah, that's about.
Like,
That's
what
what we
makes you think
got.
Tully's
Oh,
actively
good
working
news
outside right
is
now?
if you didn't like what we told you, I told Cinder to come back here tomorrow. So she's gonna walk out. So if you got
I'll be
anything-
sure to be gone.
Alright, good call. If you got anything you wanna ask her, especially you since she put one of these doll in you.
They put the doll in you.
Well,
Put the doll in.
that
What
is
do you want?
That is why I wanted to see her. I want to know what she
Well,
did to
she
me.
could talk to you about it. I mean, now you know.
She is.
but-
She seems to be some kind of a travel agent for these things.
What?
Where she facilitates their she facilitates their passage through the world via vessels.
That is not what she said. She said that she knew a few of them.
That's kind of. But that's what happened. She was like, empty room. Go for it.
It
So
sounds
Cinder's a
sounds
doll.
more like she works in the fostering program.
Right. A little bit.
But
It did. I will say, it seems like you got one of the ones that is less terrible. Yeah.
I mean, Grit seems pretty solid.
Very jealous.
But
I guess yours is not so.
I don't like. I don't like it.
but
He's
yeah.
useful. Useful.
So they're gonna take care of Jag, which is great.
Oh, you didn't eat him. All right, thank God.
Nope.
Erica has a question. Is Jordan still holding the doll, or is Reese is like, oh hey, I'm back?
Yeah, no, we would deal with this before the Lord Up happened, and I will take the doll back.
Well, when he got closer to you with the blade.
Yeah, when I walked away.
Yeah.
I'm about to ruin your long rest if you don't give me that doll.
I do not want you to have the doll.
Oh, I did this one time before.
Well, I would
I
prefer
got
if
you.
didn't have it.
I grapple Jordan.
Go ahead and do your grapples.
4.
Nice.
4.
That's a
4.
Thank you. That makes it.
That's
Is it an
fine.
athletics check?
Yeah.
I have to replace it.
11.
Roll. Yeah. All right. 18.
Dang it.
Oh, I thought that you
Did
rolled
you
a
did you use it?
No. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big
So
time.
you are certain that you grab Jordan, and then suddenly he's not in your grasp, and he's slightly beyond you.
Nope. I got it.
I will punch you next time.
No, this is
I will punch you. I will do it.
Nothing bad has happened. I'm just hanging out here with the doll that I like.
I'm trying it again.
I
I circle around the opposite of Reese because I assume Reese is coming toward him.
We will pincer him.
Yeah.
And then I will try.
I
and grab
am
him
gathering
again.
firewood.
Yeah, absolutely.
I shall attempt to
Why
grab
can't I just hold it? This nothing. Like literally, this is all fine.
The fact that you want to,
That shouldn't make a difference.
but it does.
No, you really want it right now. 18.
I will use the ancient coins ability to reroll.
Seems like a double standard.
21.
I use Misty Step.
In this moment, it occurs to Reese that like, oh man, I'm really pissed I don't have that book.
As soon as I am grappled, I will use Misty Step.
Sure.
I cast freedom of movement on Jordan.
Well, now we have to kill him.
Just call everybody 60 feet away.
Do you actually?
Everybody,
No.
30
Okay.
feet away.
Like that is
30 feet?
30.
Everybody
action
just calm
I
down.
know.
This is. I'm Jordan.
Actually, I can't
This
right
is
now.
just. I really like this thing. Just
I
let me
don't
have
know-
it.
I don't know if
Oh.
currency.
That's fine.
You like that thing.
Yes, it's very nice. It's old and it's ancient.
despise
And
it.
Okay, well, that's. I mean, I get difference of opinion here.
That'd be
but
hilarious.
You
just
know
let
what?
me-
You know what? If look, I won't even get closer. If you can set
Why
that
can't
doll
I-
down and walk 10 feet away from it,
I mean,
I'll let you hang on to it.
I could. I'm not. I don't.
Well,
want
your
to
your
right now.
options are this.
I think 10 feet you can do.
Okay, I'll do that.
I wasn't sure what the.
No, what, but the,
I thought
question-
you literally couldn't like.
Yeah, no, if
set it
it's-
down or something.
So you can. Now, how much you trust them to leave it sitting there 10
Right.
feet away from you
I
is...
feel like you're gonna take it.
Well, it wasn't. I didn't think you were gonna do it. I thought that you like couldn't.
No,
part with it
if the
when you
question
were,
is
like,
put it down and walk farther away from it, then we know you can like walk away from it.
yes,
That's what we're trying to do. No, I could. I'm not going to.
So the,
that is the perfect answer.
the mechanics are when something is attached, you have a little bit of freedom of movement from it. When something is bound, it's 5 feet. 5 feet is the range.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna stay with this thing for now, just because I want to, not because I have to. But I would like to. And it's all fine.
I'm like limbering up. I'm like,
So we got so many Misty Steps.
but you can't do that very much,
Okay,
Sparky.
I can do it so many times. Just,
Okay.
Look, one night, this is gonna be fine. We're just all gonna sleep in the same area.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Let's go back.
Do you want this too?
What's that?
Hold of the blade fragment.
No. No, I do not want that.
Interesting.
I don't want it either.
Fair.
I have no use for it.
So it's settled.
So if you're circling around him again,
I mean, if he's letting me, he took 30 feet of space, so like
I'm
it's
gonna
a
try
little
to
more
keep the
difficult.
pie,
It's
figure
a
it
little more
out,
difficult
like
for me to do that.
I'm gonna keep the pie. Like,
I mean, I am trying.
He's got to sleep at some point.
I was literally about to say those words.
we just talked about lore for 3 hours. We're all fine. That's all.
One of us is about 4 or 5 times more fine than you are.
Our Drent is like in the sleepy bag.
Yeah.
Like, he's just
So,
like,
so if you guys want to continue this, it's probably going to cost you your rest for the evening.
Ain't no shot that rolling for initiative and the 12 seconds it takes to take Jordan down is gonna require more than 12 seconds.
I am going to take the doll.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Cool.
We'll do this as best theater of the mind because I'm guessing wherever
Yes.
we go on the map, you will end up
Yes.
off of it if it's possible.
Beautiful.
Actually, go ahead and let's say, Jordan, are you trying to run towards or away from the road?
I'm not necessarily trying to run away. I will be further away from the road.
Okay.
Further away from the road.
So because as I understand this, you guys are going to start basically sort of. Jordan is the tip.
For the
of
record,
the
I'm not
slice of
trying to
pie.
like run away. I'm just trying to convince you guys everything is fine.
But I'm guessing it's going to be a pretty one-directional thing. So
Hey, we put Jack
we're going
down.
to establish it like
Goodbye,
I need
Jack.
this,
I
and then
need my boy. Yeah. This is me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Go ahead.
Ah,
That'll work.
Such a nice guy.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll start you there. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Yep.
4.
19.
Ooh.
All right. Zeke.
This is perfect because the person who wants to grapple him is going first.
Alright. Well,
Trent's a side sleeper.
Just look. This is how chill has this been the whole time?
I'm just trying to figure out if I have advantage on this.
He hasn't
It's
gone
not
yet.
I know, it's not an attack roll, though. I'm trying to grapple him. Right, so that's not an attack roll.
Yeah.
This has
It
been,
could be an attack
We've been
roll.
Zeke.
I mean, it
We're
could
gonna-
be, and he
It
would go down.
replaces one of your attacks.
But it's not an attack roll.
action.
It's an
Yeah,
action.
so
It's
yeah.
the grapple action. It's great because oh no, it's less great. I'll use the other charge of Jesus Christ. That I am bound to. W.
I am grappled. I am currently grappled.
These are horrendous rolls.
I have no spells. We are.
That's what I was trying to remember. Is if you.
He was
No,
like,
I got-
he,
I am
he
Yeah,
passed
I'm
his still when we fought
Okay.
the 6th grade.
Yeah, I am
He has
thoroughly
13
tapped.
HP and like
That's right.
no reason.
That's the thing I wasn't sure about how the combat
Yep.
would go.
No, I
thought
got-
Well, that's
why
why I
somebody
was
was
like, I got this.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
came back on short
Nothing.
rest, and
Yeah.
I forgot.
I thought he could like still pop long strider if you fail your grapple attempt, and he could.
Yeah, no, I am.
Yeah, well, I would have burned a moxie to use
Yeah.
dash action.
But it
with
gets
bonus
it gets
action.
interesting.
I mean, it definitely does.
I would have burned an arrow to fire my bow.
That you have now.
Alright, he's grappled.
Okay.
Priest, hurry up!
He's grappled.
Well,
Jordan.
it's-
I would like to not be.
I'll contest it, right?
Yeah. How many
I
coins you
need
got?
to not keep. I'm out of coins. Oh, what's yours add up to?
12.
16.
Alright.
Nope, 15.
15?
This is still.
Wait, I can use acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
12.
I really thought there was going to be something else there.
Reese.
Move, double move.
I'm sorry. You do get an attack, right?
I think I had to use my action
Oh,
to
okay.
Break it.
Yeah.
It was mostly joking. Reese.
Action surge, take the doll.
Sure. That would be a disarm, I believe.
Which one?
Whichever.
It's up to you.
Do I do something?
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Probably.
Probably get
That's his
tested.
strength.
I would guess this is a disadvantage because I'm
I
grappling.
think it's.
That doesn't happen.
It
You
doesn't
don't get
matter?
disadvantage, no. Grappling doesn't give you any.
Oh, this is my doll.
It's,
Go ahead, roll your little
it is
die.
very unlikely that it is not his doll.
But wait.
What do I?
Is this strength probably?
One sec. Sorry, I'm looking up the rules because.
As a melee attack, you may attempt to disarm your opponent.
Oh.
If you do so with a weapon, you knock the opponent's weapon out of his hands into the ground.
So,
If you attempt to disarm while unarmed, you end up with the weapon in your hand.
All that, man.
It's not
all
a
that
weapon
comes-
though. But
I mean, yeah, we'll count it for the sake of
Oh,
this.
so it's not contested strength.
It's
That is
not
a shame.
contested?
It's an attack roll, it said.
oh, if the item you are attempting to disarm isn't a melee weapon, the defender may still oppose you with an attack roll.
Let's go.
Oh.
But takes a penalty and can't attempt to disarm you in return if your attempt fails.
What?
Interesting.
This is
Interesting.
one of the weirdest
they
5e
can't-
rolls I've
They
read.
cannot. If you try to disarm them, they cannot then try and disarm you.
With the attack that they get, it's like an attack of opportunity. It sounds like
So you just like slap his hand away.
maybe, yeah.
No, it's like the next turn. That sounds
Interesting.
It sounds very stupid
It does.
and extremely niche.
I think we could just call this a contested strength check. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's not
let's-
even a weapon. This is just like a.
You're,
thing I'm holding.
regardless of what it is, if it's
Yeah.
contested, you lost.
I got a
But
20.
anyway, he rolled a natural 20.
This is mine.
But what's your modifier?
Raw strength or athletics?
Probably athletics. I would assume athletics.
19.
Oh, almost.
You are weak.
You have 1 +0.
Reese. Is it the blade? It doesn't have the aura effect now, does it? Still.
It specifically is while held.
That's the only way that you undo the attachment aspect because you're attached right now, right?
Correct.
Or you serve.
Yeah, he would have to
Use a charge.
use a charge.
Or force it into his hand.
Yeah.
I might get rid of the cat too.
It's possible. No one knows.
Well, I feel like that's the other, the rest of the time aversion to the blade fragment.
Okay, so but the disarm did not work.
No.
Okay.
It did not. I
I'm
did
gonna-
not wrestle.
I'm
This is
thriving.
disarming
Doll
has
away
come
this
up
time.
before. I'm gonna make a note.
Would you like to try to take the doll? You are up next. I can embarrass you too.
Yeah, so as Jordan
disarm
is
the
like
doll.
grapple-
Take Jordan away.
That's what I wanted to do.
As Jordan is grappled by Zeke and Reese comes up trying to get the doll, Jordan is able to sort of just like wiggle his way away enough to like keep the doll out of range for the time.
I shall attempt to not to take the doll, just to knock it off of him. So a disarm.
Sure, yeah, it's
disarm.
still
Well,
gonna be-
disarm without me actually
You don't-
taking it.
You,
Yes.
you don't have to maintain the grapple.
So either
don't
we'll make
think
this
that's the thing.
contested either strength or dexterity. Each of you may choose.
Oh, you ran your mouth and then you buddy. You rolled your natural 20, you were high on life, and now you just got it right.
I'm going to use my advantage that I have from rolling a natural one.
Nice.
16.
27.
The advantage from a natural one needs to be declared ahead of time.
Ooh,
16.
unlucky.
You just
So
don't keep that.
you're able to take the doll away successfully.
I don't think grapple allows you to move somebody.
No.
But I
Can't
could
carry me.
shove him.
Yeah, you can shove him.
But then I would no longer be grappling him, huh?
No, you still would be. You can push him down, but if you push him away,
No, I already used my action to disarm.
Push
Oh,
his
right.
face in the dirt, making me
That's
bugs.
it. That's it for me.
Face down.
Okay. Jordan.
I would like to not be grappled.
Sure. Go ahead and contest.
Jordan's rolling good. Not good enough.
Dang it. I am currently grappled.
All right.
I would like to try and take the doll
Wait,
again.
use your
On the
acrobatics.
ground.
It's on the ground.
Yeah, so you can now pick up the doll.
I pick up the doll.
Yep.
No. Nope.
Yep.
I would like it.
I will pick up the doll, and I will, as I move 30 feet away from the scuffle.
You can move a grappled creature by half your speed.
Oh, well, I would have pulled him away from
Yeah,
it then.
yeah.
Oh, there we go.
We can run that, so you can go 15 feet away.
Just for the sake of
And
him
then-
not being able to just reach down and pick it up
Yep.
that turn.
Yeah.
And I will pick up the doll and
Yep.
sling it over my back as I move 30 feet in the opposite direction.
Sure.
I would like to take it.
Dread,
It's
The
time.
Shawshank
It's
Revenge,
time. Yeah.
5 years later, comes up and just like, no.
takes the doll and runs.
My time has come.
And I'm like, I'm holding Jordan. I'm like, get him, boy.
Bro, I'm on it.
Okay.
I think think at this point I've failed 3 attempts to be ungrappled. Probably just kind of squirming.
Yeah.
What do I
So
do
for this turn, after they pick it up and run the doll away, it gets to about 60 feet before you feel your attachment to the doll sever. And
let's go.
you are going to be when the doll goes out of reach, you get this just like splitting headache, and your mind just sort of all you can hear is your heartbeat in your own head, and you're going to be deafened.
Ooh.
Unlucky. I forgot about the backside of that. You can click conditions, definitely.
What?
It's the third one down.
Meat.
What are you doing?
Mop.
I'm
Mop.
insane.
Mop.
Literally
Medical,
insane.
brother.
Thank you.
All right. I will.
What?
After it happens, you no longer feel a compulsion towards the doll, though you are aware that this feeling would go away if you were to reattach to it.
Am I deaf or shell? Okay, I am deaf.
Nice. All right. Well, I will let him go.
I need the doll.
Shh! Don't talk, dude.
What?
Quiet down.
What are you talking about?
Drent's trying to sleep.
What are you? I can't hear you.
What?
Reading it upside down. You think about this while you sleep. Hey. When the sun comes up.
I'm gonna go to sleep.
Mr. Drent.
Shut up.
I tried.
All right.
I will nestle up to a tree.
I'll take first watch.
A ways away.
I slap him. You can't hear.
He said first watch, not first listen. So, in fairness.
Someone just like sneaks up behind Jordan. Never hears it coming.
Nah, I will set up and sleep further away from the other 3 of them.
Sure.
And as I lay down and just lean on the doll, so I'm literally just kind of laying on it, using it as a backrest and or pillow. Nice try, bitch. And then I go to sleep.
You hear Sweet faintly in your mind, just like grumbling, annoyed. Do the 2 of you sleep?
Yeah, there's a chance that the magical 8 hours of rest heals this.
I mean,
I don't
keep
know the
watch
rest
first.
Yet,
Sure.
so.
Because I'm doing the best probably out of the group.
I am perfectly healthy.
I am not.
I am artificially only 1 below perfectly healthy, but it could be 2 if it wasn't for
I'm
my artificial.
better than my best.
Sure. So Zeke's going to take first watch then.
You're better than your best.
So as all 4 of you catch some C's, Zeke, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Yes, good thing I put all of my
All right. One that's level exhaustion.
advantage. Oh, but do I have to do it before?
Oh, we
I
got
should have
the dirty
said
20.
I'm just going to use a Moxie for advantage. on the
That was
roll.
for
I need to.
being
Yeah,
able to
that's-
I
sleep.
didn't
fine.
say it.
Nah, you're good.
No, it doesn't say before. It just says when you make. You can use a Moxie. It's great. I have to roll 3. Nope, it's actually better.
for the future, you will
declare.
Yeah, you do want to declare before you roll
17.
it, but in this case, it's reasonable enough. Okay, with the 17, you do notice looking, sort of keeping your eyes peeled around all over. You notice some large winged shapes over Corette. Look like large. You think look like large birds. There's two very large birds in the sky with scatterings of smaller ones around them, and they seem to circle over Corette before flying south and sort of overhead and beyond you.
Have you ever seen anything like these? This size?
Yeah. It's not super uncommon. You all have been fighting mostly people lately, but there's still a lot of just big baddies around the world. But it seems like, for whatever reason, these things are not interested in whatever's here tonight.
As they fly past, they'll be like, yeah, just keep walking.
Walking.
Just keep flapping.
With the 17, you can tell that from where you're at, they don't look super big, but they're pretty high up, and so you suspect that they might be pretty beefy, whatever they are.
Flying cows.
Fly, you fools.
Definitely could take 3 of them.
But other than that, you don't notice anything. Do you wake anyone else up?
I check. I look at Jordan to make sure he's still sleeping.
I'm hoping that long rests here have similar effects as they.
Actually, you might get really good sleep. You can't hear anything. Or it's very unsettling and you can't sleep. It's one of 2 options. Like there's no distractions.
It's not a peaceful deafness. It's like all you hear is
Oh. That's fun.
Yeah, this is good.
I hear your heart beat.
I think I'm asleep. I'm trying to be asleep.
Okay.
yeah, you're able to sleep.
Well,
it's been a long day.
Once my turn is done, I'll wake up Reese.
Sure.
Do you throw stuff at him to wake him up, or do you approach the dog?
Reese, go ahead and give me a perception check for your watch.
My first one, when I rolled to see if I was the first watch person, was super good, and this one's a 5.
You paid really close attention to your dreams.
I did.
But unfortunately, you didn't see a whole lot going on in the second part of your watch.
Which was good, because nothing happened.
Nothing goes wrong. You are all able to get through your sleep and wake up. You gain the benefits of a long rest. And Jordan, you shockingly, after a very short time, do feel all better.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
That is good. Lucker dog.
Yeah, it's every long rest will heal a level of wither.
Oh, let's go. Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
And you get 1 if you're only attached,
So, like,
2 if you're bound.
Thematically, like, very convenient,
Phenomenal news.
but mechanically,
Yeah.
But also makes sense because he had it for like a few hours. So, whereas if you took like the wristbands
It was
for me
just
right
a
now,
little
it would be
cocaine.
very not worse.
I just
you do feel like at the back of your mind, you do feel like just a little bit of a pinching, but it's nothing that's really motivating. Especially like you consciously know the issues with the doll.
Yeah. Do not let me touch that thing again. Thank you.
Can we get that in writing?
Trying to figure out how to do that for like 3 days, but yeah, I thank you both of you.
Wait, you've been attached to it for 3 days?
Yeah. Literally since I touched it in the hallway to give it to you in the fight with kindness. I've been attached to the doll.
Oh, and he hasn't been more than... Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not been far enough away from it.
You guys...
I realized that.
The race back to
think
town,
back to-
the games I've been trying to play
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah,
like,
I
all this
realized
stuff
this.
is because
I
I've
knew
been
you were
attached to the
trying-
doll.
I didn't know it was because
Oh,
of
I
the
can
doll.
take
I
this
thought
doll,
the
no
cat
problem.
Also wanted to
No, it's just
Yeah.
I've been attached to this
Love
thing
it.
the whole time.
Love it.
That was
That's
that
hilarious.
was the best proof I've ever seen of Jordan actually being able to roll a deception check.
Yeah.
That was like actually just super well subtly
Yeah.
played. Like every time, like I can take it. Yeah, sure.
It'll be fine. And then he rolled for, it's like, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well done. Well played.
Since the hallway. Man.
Well,
I
to
told
be,
you guys it was
to
fine.
be
Like,
fair,
I thought
to
it
be
was-
fair, he sold it extremely well when he used his like 20 on the
Wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, he used his 20 portent on the wisdom save, which mechanically he didn't have to do, but also it was pretty good.
We got there.
Right.
Oh.
Well, and just like when the three of us are just screwing around outside of town, of course Jordan's going to show the two of us the game of baseball. Right? Like, that's not a totally out of character thing.
Yeah.
Like,
It's encouraged in character now.
Oh my gosh.
is baseball still real?
Yeah, no, that's a good game.
Okay.
That's a
Yeah,
good one.
looks
Yeah.
good.
How, have your feelings on salary caps changed?
For some strange reason, the scrying orb that's been following us for the time prohibits me from commenting on such matters. Oh my gosh.
How about now?
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. I didn't know that. I didn't know that would work, but I'm glad.
Oh
it
my
happened.
god.
I think
So
it's-
so if I would have, so when they came back and were like, Reese, you gonna come into town too? And if I was just like, yeah, but I'm bringing the doll, you
I would've come
you
with
would have just
100%.
been following.
Yeah. The whole time.
Man, and
Literally
it's,
the entire time.
that's too funny because that's the first time that I would have been like, maybe it's already got him,
Yep.
but well fucking played. That was
Why
really
else?
good.
Why else did you want to start playing games when we were in the hideout?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like,
It also coincided with him getting cat, which was why I just didn't think of anything of it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what other games?
Shortly
did you
thereafter,
play?
but yeah.
So I raced the guy back to town. I tried to play hopscotch. I pulled out a deck of cards when we were in the dungeon to see if anybody wanted to play games there. I baseball, cornhole.
I think I was just distracted enough
Inspiration
in the
for
dungeon
Jordan's
part
session.
that yeah, okay.
And I will say there is a certain level of like sometimes Jordan's just the wild card. You know? Sometimes Jordan's like you want to race back, and it's like I think when you
Well,
offered
I
to
thought-
race back, me knowing what had happened was just like, oh, that's a weird thing for you to want to do.
No, man.
I thought you were trying to like
Well, he had just
reverse
recently-
psychology other people to hustle home.
Oh,
Yeah,
buying the
no,
he
eyes,
had not
buying
true-
the inks at
Here's
the cart.
thing. I
I
knew
was
he
like,
got.
that's like a
we knew
whole-
he had
yeah.
the Misty Step, and I knew that he also had his Long Strider. So I thought he just wanted, because it was to me.
Yeah.
Because it was to me, I was like, oh, he just wants to use his cool things and wants to race me, and I'm like, none of this Jordan shenanigans. I just completely wrote it off as.
So good.
Oh.
Oh,
Amazing.
Oh my
Well
god.
played.
so
It's gonna get preemptively give you this for me.
Yeah, for real. And it's no competition.
No competition.
Honestly.
That was a fun one. That was a fun one.
Oh my god.
We
Oh.
We slept through the night.
I haven't been this barely exhausted in forever.
This is the first time since playing this character I don't have a level of exhaustion.
I think this might be the first time since I died that I haven't had a level. Or actually, no, I still have one. But like,
Oh, I had to-
it's so nice. Only having -1 of my rolls.
Yeah.
Yay!
So because we got out there late and I tried to attack grapple Jordan, I'm totally fine if I only get a short rest. But
no, I'll give it to you because
I mean, it's gonna take
after
totally some time to errand shop.
Well, and really, usually when we have the middle of the night combats, we still let the long rest go through. So I'm okay shipping it.
Use both.
That's another one where I have found other people play that differently, and when I found that out, it was like it happened in a game, and I was just like, wait, we don't get our long rest, and they're like, no, you fought something in the middle of the night. I'm like, oh, I feel so upset right now. Just like thinking like, oh yeah, we'll still get our
I
long
guess
rest.
I'll be out of
Burn
gas
all the
all
spells.
day tomorrow.
Yeah, and I was like, it makes sense.
But also,
Also-
if you do that, that makes me think that anybody who goes on watch should also not get the long rest because you're spending
Right.
4 of 8
Right.
hours sitting actively
Well,
watching.
it's because the rules as written are like if you roll initiative, it breaks long rest.
I see.
Or if you have to exert yourself.
Yeah.
So like you could like tinker on something, you could like read a book, but if you like decide to like get in your daily sprint or your daily jog,
Right.
no.
Right.
I'll get a long rest.
And it makes the short resters so good.
I don't know.
And
Anyway,
cruising.
so you all wake up, get
Both
the benefits
are
of your long
crazy.
rest. Is there anything you want to do before you go to your planned meetup?
We should
I thought
take
she's
that.
I was gonna say, relatively
Oh,
bright
she-
and early, we will move to the pre-discussed further north,
said she'd
still
come
to
out.
the west
The place
location-ish.
you told Tully to go, yeah.
Yep.
All right, you guys go there. Cinder said she was coming back here,
Oh,
so
Jesus.
I'm not moving because she's gonna come out here. But I'll come up to you guys after she comes out here.
I want to Cinder too. Okay.
Well, do you want to see Cinder or you want to see Tully?
Both.
Honestly, I have no idea what time each of them is coming, so you could.
I mean, what are the odds? Is that we
If she comes here, I'll walk up there with her.
awesome. I'll say, what are the
I'm
We
just.
almost had a problem too because you want to throw it in the river immediately. Like right after I got attached to it, we were gonna throw it in the river and let it. Literally, immediately
That's
after I
really
got attached
funny.
to it. That was gonna be an issue.
That's gonna
I'm
be
not
a
gonna-
full-on
I'm
Lord
not-
of the Rings moment there.
You guys ever said
I'm
like,
not gonna be over this tonight. It's
that
just,
video? Like, you want this potato chip? I don't want it. You don't want it? He throws it in the pool and she dives. It's just you.
That's the whole conversation. If we need to take it with us, it would have been way better to leave it there. So much better. Oh,
wow.
we'll get back.
Well
there.
done.
It's fine.
Well done.
Oh my gosh. So Tully's coming here or over there.
Over there.
Okay.
She's bringing some of my stuff, so I think I should go.
So, as you wake up, pretty much the first thing, Cinder makes her way out and meets up with you guys before you really even have the chance to part.
I would like to wake up like just 10 minutes before that and just.
And leave.
I wake up about 2 minutes before.
Well, Tully might be an early bird. She's got kids, so I need to make sure I'm up in
Tully's
the right
like
time.
making a delicious breakfast and running errands. She's gonna be a minute.
That's fair. I did try and leave a place with 2 small children yesterday, so yeah, it'll be at least another hour and a half.
First morning she's been at home with her children. It's gonna be a little bit.
Cinder makes her way
Marinara pancakes.
out to you all with sort of an annoyed look on her face, carrying a box.
I needed this so bad.
Walks up to you.
Thank you. There's fine.
Thank you for making the addition to Camilla's chair.
Yep.
Just gently sets it down.
Thank you.
I hope that's helpful.
It's
Common said you might want it.
he was correct. I thank you very much.
And your payment.
Sweet.
And she'll hand you a pouch with 60 gold.
Nice.
Bro, we should have kept that sarcasm.
What are you talking about?
60.
This is so much cheap lighter now. It's 60 gold coin.
20 gold per 50 pounds of rock.
There you go.
I have. She looks at the two of you and says, "You have the blade, yes?"
I just nodded. Reese.
If you're concerned about the doll, you might try tying it to it, keeping them touching. It might limit her reach more.
You know, I did try stabbing this into her face, but it wouldn't go. I don't actually say that.
Oh, wait, that's a great idea. That's why she brought it up last night, because the blade was being used to seal the cat in the first place.
Right.
Just tie the blade to the doll.
We're good.
Why didn't you think of that? You're
I really, at the time, I felt very differently.
That's a big.
Oh, man.
Big argument. I give it to you.
I don't think it will make any difference with Jack, but I think it might keep her from. Well, I see you feel better.
Much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Well, I don't. Yeah. Yep. I'm feeling better.
All right.
What does she do?
Yeah. It's not.
Anyway, I have much to do.
Yeah, but like, what did you put in me? Like,
Have you not?
no,
talked?
I've talked to him. I
I've
understand.
Oh, so
I
you're
understand it's
fine.
grit.
Reese, do you have any questions then?
Can I get
What was it? What did it look like?
Can I get an imaginary friend?
What kind of thing?
With
did you
magic
do?
powers?
The doll's right there.
Sometimes the what of it is you might be happier not knowing. I could have not.
I mean, I know. I'm glad you did. Mostly, it's weird having.
I can take it out.
Would I
You'll
die?
die, right? Probably.
Well, we can see.
Yeah. I'd like to hold on to it for now. I don't know. I was out of your place in such a hurry. We had so much to do. Thank you for what you did.
You're welcome.
But yeah, it's weird knowing there's something here and I don't know what it is.
It's when others have chosen to put their Drela into a physical object, into an inanimate object, they do it to keep themselves safe. Some, like Sweet, have sentimental reasons for choosing the vessels that they do. Others might choose items that are far more mundane. Some choose things as simple as ordinary looking pebbles because they think it keeps them
Disguised.
safer. The physical form is really far less important than who inhabits it.
I would agree. I just think it's weird that you won't just tell me. But all right. You know what? I'm not gonna push it.
I mean, to be fair, there's no shot you would have believed her in the first place. If she told you right away.
Oh, sure, not right away, but now I'm asking. She doesn't want to tell me, but I can live with it.
Call this doctorly wisdom.
You don't want to know, because you'll have nightmares.
I'll just sigh and shake my head.
Kids these days want to know things.
You just hear a voice in the back of your mind.
I'm wondering.
It says,
Nothing.
"It was all I had at hand."
It's
It's not a fish, right?
You just see Cinder like smirk a little bit.
So what I say, it's not a fish? Or just in general?
Almost in response to what Grit says.
What the fuck? But you can hear him too.
Well, of course.
These people are all on an Xbox Live party. That's
Talking shit the whole time.
Like I said, I've become quite adept at speaking your language. It doesn't mean I've lost my mother tongue.
The one that you got when you were living beyond the Balian Wall.
Yes.
Confirmed. Let's go.
Sure.
Just saying. You said when Sweet got here, she came here from somewhere.
and that's elsewhere.
Which is past the Balian Wall.
Yes. Of course.
And this would be a lot easier for all of us if you actually explained the concept of it, but it's fine. I do appreciate. How old are you?
You can't. You gotta be like.
Just ask someone.
Yeah, like
Why
ask
not?
her,
She
ask
said
her when she
she was
graduated
gonna
from
be-
high school. Like, it's a
What's
little bit less
high
bad.
school?
Okay, good point.
Prob-
Yeah.
Probably 50.
Probably 50.
50 what?
That's like how old Reese or
No,
how old
she-
Drent
She
is,
didn't
right?
say what.
How
Maybe 55.
Okay.
How
yeah.
did she look when I was a kid?
This
Exact
this
same?
age. This
Well, she's
age.
a.
I mean,
she's
looks
a
like
high elf.
High elf.
She looks like a high
that's
elf.
right.
Yeah.
No
No,
shot.
I know
No
that's
shot.
not true. I don't know much about different races and aging, but I know the pointy ears live a lot
Is there
longer.
anything important that you all wanted to
I
ask?
would argue that important is a matter of
I'm sure you would
perspective.
argue.
Well, I currently am.
Reese,
Zeke is great at making friends.
No, I mean, I got all the information that I was like actually mostly curious. But between everybody else's
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
it wasn't
Cool.
it wasn't anything
Where I
me
vibe with.
specific.
yeah.
Outside of appreciation for Cinder's
It's just not the
saving
refined.
his life.
I will fill her in on the basically our plan for like where like the people hope to come back into town and things will start swinging against the hearers and then hopefully we can come back again. We're sort of just hoping that Correct becomes a safe place for us again after what we did last night, which we will also tell her.
Well, I hope you're able to come back safely.
Yeah, one thing at a time, right?
Well, I will do what I can to sway the tides in your direction.
Thank you. I was hoping
But I must admit, I rather like being a town doctor.
I heard you like to stay out of the politics. But well, wherever your subtle hand can move a dial. Just having someone else on the inside can't hurt.
And if there's nothing else, she will head back to Correct. And then, did you all want to go meet up with Tully?
Move to Tully meeting point. Yep.
Meeting point B.
Yep.
Meeting point T.
Oh, you're bringing chamomile.
Tully brings out like just like is pushing a cart
Oh my god.
with a casserole pan just piled full of like eggs and bacon and
Oh my gosh.
As I
plates
see her in the
and
distance.
coffee.
As I see her in the distance, I'm like, we're gonna die out here without her. I don't know if I want to go back to Vantour.
It's pretty good eating.
And
Yeah, it's
just
tough to beat.
it's like up a like you're up a little, it's just like
I actually run. I run to help her move this thing.
You
Oh,
didn't even want to come over here in the
true.
first place.
And she's crying.
I like
everything
everything we've seen Tully do and lift and carry and move, and like this cart is apparently the one.
It's like it's a little muddy.
Well, that's
it's
how
just,
she trains. This is the
It's also
ankle
very
weights.
heavy.
Totally ankle weights.
It's just that much food.
It's like the wheels are completely locked up with mud. And
No,
it's
she
just like
she
dragging.
carries multiple boulders, but this is the amount of food she cooks.
Yeah, well, I was worried about what you guys, if your diet would be balanced next week, so I made sure to hit all parts of it so that you got your full nutrition.
Figure if I give you your month's calories now, you should be fine.
Yeah. So, one last Tully feast. 3 temporary hit points to whoever wants.
Jordan.
Grazie. Yeah.
Can we do Jordan 3 times?
Just give them all
You
that.
can have all the snacks. You just
Not
take them
You
one after
you
the
can
other.
give them all to Jordan. Unfortunately, with how
Mechanically, yeah,
temporary
mechanically.
hit points
Yeah,
work,
I know,
is,
I know.
does not work.
Well, they
on this
last
table.
24 hours.
But each set replaces the previous.
Sure,
set.
but like
Yeah.
if you get smashed in
Oh,
the
I
face,
see.
then you could eat another one with a bonus.
What's that in your
action.
pocket? It's an omelet.
A scone.
Omelette du fromage!
What you didn't expect was my trail mix.
Is that the Tosscobble special?
3 temporary HP.
I got a pocket full
And
of
I'm
bear
assuming
hair.
I can pick up all of Drent's things, no problem.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Did I have to pay for those fish scales yet? I don't understand my Slack message either, but
I did not.
all I said, like right after we
Can you
switched
take this
from
box back?
me and Reese leaving, was that I would give Tully money if needed.
Sure.
Oh sure. Yeah. I don't remember you owing him anything.
I didn't think so either.
Okay. So we'll call it square.
Okay.
I think you only owed money for the armor because you just literally didn't have it, or maybe it was just
I
like
did, but it would have cleaned me out to nothing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to have nothing around.
Yeah.
So. All right.
So, okay, so I have this lens that lets me see home, which is lovely, but I'm wondering if one of you two should take it. I could leave you a note
I mean, I wouldn't mind it.
in your house if something bad happens.
That's real smart.
That's
So
very
slick.
smart. Yeah, great call.
Oh,
And you
man.
gave him the key already. Like that's
How
you both
convenient.
did. Yeah.
Um,
Dang.
Yeah. I mean,
Whose house is closer to your house?
Well, I feel like Drent's the
Who's on
one
the
with
way?
an emotional investment with his.
Oh wow, really just
People.
diminishing my emotional investment.
There
Don't
are-
mind me. I just sassily sling the doll over my back and start walking away. Yeah.
But turn around and grab an extra piece of bacon. Bacon is really good.
Absolutely scrumptious.
I didn't mean it that way, Reese. I just don't think you have a kid in town.
I'm
I mean,
just
if I'm
kidding.
wrong, let me know. I'll look after them too.
Oh yes, Balthazar. Just my son.
You can't miss him.
He's 7'4". 3 days
But
old.
it's just a young
3 days old.
I am 12.
His mother is a literal giant.
Oh, God.
Yeah, well, I guess,
I would appreciate it.
yeah. So I'll give Reese
Grand.
Drent. Dang it.
Sorry.
a spyglass.
This is the first time I'm holding it, actually. I'm gonna. This is one of those things that like you get, like what happened with Jordan yesterday, right?
100% is.
I don't think it talks to you though. You should be fine.
Oh, do I actually want to give it to him then?
Yes. The spyglass is not able to be attached.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's just,
Oh.
Just
it's a
magic.
I thought you guys knew that, and just fucking with me.
subdued
No, yeah. No.
I didn't think it was either.
state subdued.
So they're all subdued.
Not sweet though.
Some of the sweet's
She's
not.
awake.
Yeah. But it is it has its ability is able to be accessed while unattached.
Okay.
Why don't you take a peek and...
I just want to make sure it goes where I think it's going.
Yeah.
So I would like to use it, and just see what it shows me when I use it.
Tell me a good spot to leave a note.
The
Um,
Tosscobble home.
Yeah, so you would
Home is where the heart is.
you would see back to the place where you lived.
Okay.
While in Koret. I don't remember what your house looks like, but you see your house. It's quiet, peaceful. You don't see anything out of place. It looks, about as unkept as it was when you were there.
There's just like tools and barrels of piss everywhere. It's I don't know.
It will look so different when you look at it.
Okay, to be fair, there's usually only one barrel of piss inside, the one that I'm using. The rest of them I keep out back. I just keep the brown inside. But yeah, but actually, there's like
Think
scraps.
of all the things we've lost now that we have indoor plumbing.
There's just like scraps of leather and like leather cutting tools and gun parts and gun tools just like all over the place. It's just like definitely. And then there's like dirty bowls of like half-eaten food on the same table. It's okay, but I just want to make sure it was there.
Those are looking pretty gross by now.
Oh yeah, they're not good. Listen, I meant to put this away 4 days ago, and that was before everything went down. Now it's been like 10 days. It's not good. It's not good. But yeah, I just want to make sure it showed me that and not like where Lily and
Yeah. No, it is your home.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna show me my house, which you have the key to. So, I mean, just like my main work table is probably the best place to leave something, unless the vision didn't show me that or something.
No, you get a good like sort of view around your house, and you're able to sort of like focus in on pieces as you intend.
Okay, and actually probably the work table's fairly clean now because you would have probably just like opened my gun tool stuff and just thrown it all in there and draw it out to me. So now it's kind of empty. But okay.
Sweet. Mission complete.
Locked it up.
All right.
Tully will go around and hug everyone's waist.
I will.
I will take a knee to give you a good hug.
Before Tully hugs me, I'm like, can I give you a big hug?
Yes.
I'd pick her up. I'd give her like a bear hug. Like, it was the best food I ever had. I love your home. Your family is so nice. You're so great. I'm gonna miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you too. My home is your home. Anytime you're in town, stop on by.
Your husband will love
like,
that.
Just your... Man, I think it's gonna rain. I set her down, turn her up. Yeah, those are rain clouds. Oh.
Oh my god. Amazing.
I'm sorry I didn't get to make you feel better with carbs at my house, but I brought them to you at least, so hang in there.
Thank you so much.
If I see your wife, I'll let her know that you're alive.
Someone tells me you guys get along just fine.
Oh, I can put it. I'll write a note to Trent. Let you know if I see her.
Absolutely.
That's a good idea.
Thanks.
And hopefully we're coming back. So if you do see her, let her know we're coming back.
I'll load her in with some cinnamon rolls. Get her set up real nice. She'll never want to leave. But not in a creepy way.
Right.
Not in a creepy way.
Stockholm syndrome.
We'll play so many games. I mean.
Just take a knowledge and whap her with it.
And then I'll carefully hug Reese without touching the doll. Just probably just ankle, knees.
No, it's fine. In the morning when we were moving, I slid the blade fragment in
The wrapping.
side of the wrappings, and then however I turned it into pseudo baby Bjorn, just make sure that basically the weight is carried over where the blade is on the cloth, just so it doesn't really move.
Yeah.
While it's on. Okay.
Would you want to
And I mean, it's pretty.
That's how it works.
It's pretty easy for you to just rig it up so that it's very secure. You don't have to worry about it slipping out because you're rock scrambling or something like that.
Cool. Nah, she's pretty quiet right now. And I will also pick you up and give you a big hug, and say I'm glad. Well, it's easier leaving this time knowing we're leaving some capable hands behind.
Yeah, it's in good hands.
I made the street brawler boy cry. Yay!
And not by punching him.
I'm punching him.
With
Turns
delicious
out
food
that
and
happens a lot.
kindness.
So a lot less likely to cry from it.
Thanks for watching over my family too.
Of course, I will treat Lily and Lucille and Jag like my own family.
Were Jack's out of character? Jack staying at your house?
No.
Well,
I talked.
I assume someone told me
definitely
he said Cinder.
informed
Oh,
her.
okay.
Definitely would have informed her Cinder
Mhm.
Okay.
was watching.
I think that's the best place for him now, but I.
Yeah, no, we also give you the download on what Cinder
yeah.
is.
As we're
yeah,
eating
yeah.
breakfast, yeah.
Yeah, everything informing, totally.
Wow, wow, okay.
Great.
Oh.
Spread that out to the PTA or something.
Yeah.
Maybe
Definitely
don't
don't.
spread
I'm
that
not-
one to the PTA.
Oh,
We don't want to like medieval dox someone here.
Yeah, sorry, guys,
Cinder's great. I won't tell people that there's a weird thing living in you either. So you'll get a nice hero's welcome, hopefully, when you get home.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you knew about that earlier, just not that there was a thing inside me too.
Yeah, it's
They
a
won't
little-
tell me what it is, and that really.
Yeah, I feel like if we do a good job convincing everyone that Ray is horrible, and then you come around saying, "Hey, I got one of those in me too," I don't think it's gonna go
No,
over well.
probably not.
Yeah.
But he's a good one. Source, trust me, bro.
Source, I can't die.
Source,
Why won't you let me die?
Good news is it's not death.
True. That would be weird. That would be tough.
Sure.
I don't know if
I
like that
am
one.
become death. Just kidding.
Alright, well.
Take care, Tilly.
Stay safe.
We'll
Yeah,
be back.
you too. Don't die, please.
We'll try not to.
Nothing. We everything. We're batting 1,000 right now.
I mean,
Technically.
we have.
Last
Score's
test
decision on one of them, but like
We haven't missed really, so.
we're good to go.
Fun fact: Jordan was attached to the doll apparently for like 4 days now.
It was.
That was the whole game thing, yeah. Made sense all of a sudden.
Yeah, I can't.
I thought he was
I
just
wasn't
being
very
Jordan.
happy about it either. That's.
It's a little disconcerting how similar your personality is.
We couldn't even tell.
Jordan, sweet
boy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's very fair.
Please don't touch it ever again.
No, I am. Yep. No
Okay.
more.
We actually
Yeah.
we actually made him sign a legally binding document.
Yeah.
Doing it. So
No, we're good.
that doesn't actually stop him from doing anything, but
Yeah.
I'll just put extra snack in his pocket. You might need
Thank
this.
you so much. Snack of resistance.
be nice.
Give me a couple more levels, couple more feats.
We get there.
All right.
Tilly will just wheel her cart back into town.
Significantly later.
Yeah.
One
Also-
squeaky wheel.
Completely empty. The town's
Did you
cart.
just see blessings?
This is heavier than the rocks. My gosh.
Yeah, I just really imagine like the guards like just seeing you take this outside, like where the fuck are you going? With this cart of food and tools.
Where did it go? It's gone.
I feed the wild animals. It's fine.
Quick sale. Ran into a merchant on the road.
I gave him some cinnamon rolls on the way out.
You bribed him?
The best bribe.
True. I mean, it's the. Is this the guard? Is this the exit closest to Tully's house? Is this the one that gets the most bribes?
Right.
It's just like
Pastry
We
based
don't
bribes.
ask when the food comes.
that's the best guard post in the city. Everyone wants that.
they're like, this Tosscobble comes by in the morning with either bacon or
Just
cinnamon rolls.
whatever her kids don't finish.
Mushy bread.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Well, gosh.
There was like a marinara, like what do you call them? When you like boil it down, so it's like really concentrated. I can't remember.
Reduction?
Espresso.
No, like a marinara reduction
There
That's
we go.
nice.
drizzled on the eggs.
It's a tomato.
I would try breakfast spaghetti
No,
with
it's
eggs.
distinctly marinara.
It feels like a thing that
reduced,
could work.
so it kind of is like ketchup, but it's not ketchup.
It's too
A
too chunky.
compote.
Yeah, it's chutney.
Don't mock chutney.
Tomato chutney.
Chutney's a wonderful thing.
Oh, so
Anyway, so we see Tully wheeling her cart back to Corette, preparing to defend the city in her own way. As the four of you now prepare to set off. Where are you heading?
I eat an entire cinnamon roll. Let's go. I gotta learn how to cook.
I turn around and look for a singular adventure heading in our direction.
Are we going to Bantour then?
To Bantour.
Are we going to Bantour?
I thought so.
Do you want to go to Bantour?
I thought we had
That's where that gnome
kind of
guy
laid out a Bantour arc and down.
Wait, what's
Oh yeah, we do have to go.
It hits
If-
the Kyra Fjord.
If it'll be a bit of discussion, we can.
Bantour.
Unless there's actually some other location somebody else wanted to.
Right.
immediately
We
go
don't
to.
have a
I mean, I
better
can
map
make
for which we can
We
find
gotta
a
do this
jungle.
stuff first.
Yeah.
And
Bantour.
otherwise, with what we think we know, that route makes the most sense
Yep.
for the moment, at least.
Yeah, Bantour.
Unless we went straight to the desert.
Tabernacle Empire. Yeah, that'd be honest.
But I think we.
But
go,
I think we have to.
we go to
But
Bantour to talk
I feel
to
like
Rich.
the Kyra Fjord is not accidentally named the Kyra Fjord.
So. I mean,
There's another piece there.
that is.
We'll discuss
probably-
it.
We're going to
discuss it.
Bantour and then
For sure, Bantour.
other
Yeah.
places
Because
after.
we need to talk to Rich no matter what because of.
for sure Bantour?
Yeah.
I shoot off the green firework.
Let's go. Worth it. Let's go.
And now the whole town knows we're going to Bantour.
No, they don't. No, they don't know. Shit.
Oh, green.
We don't know where we're going.
Only Tully knows.
Green firework fires off. Green means go to the hideout.
Tully
Okay.
just sees it. It's just like, oh crap, does that mean help?
All right.
Fantastic.
Cool. So we'll end there. See you all in a few weeks. We have
Several.
next week off.
Yup.
Yeah.
Oh.
Week after that,
Carnival.
one shot.
Lenny shots.
And then we should be back for a few sessions after that. All right. See y'all.
Later.